doing some sort of panway?
Hey, what's up? This is the first week. Welcome back to Roll For It. I was just trolling with them before we went live, talking about Critical Role, and I almost just said, welcome back to Critical Role. That would have been terrible. We are not them. We are not nearly as good or gifted or skilled or whatever. We're not even a bunch of nerdy-ass voice actors.
Welcome not back to Not Critical Role.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome back to Roll For It, the D&D show where we play D&D and fail miserably, because that's what we do.
We embrace that.
We
Yeah.
keep trying.
So we're starting a new campaign. If you haven't figured it out, there's 5 players. You'll see them to the right of me along here. We got
Where?
Nick's. Exactly. If you're looking at the stream, I'm in the bottom left, and then Nick, you're right there. I'm pointing at you. If you did the same thing with your finger, we could touch. We did.
Further.
Anyway. Welcome back. We have the regular crew from Monday nights plus return from Sunday nights. Taylor's joining us here on the Monday campaign. Derek is pushing the limits of the box that he's in.
Someone's gotta do it.
This is the new campaign. So again, we got Nick, we got Bob, we got Zach, we got Taylor, we got Derek, and then of course I'm gonna be the DM. So just want to put a couple disclaimers out there for the viewers if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch. Thanks for the support. Don't forget to subscribe on Twitch and money. But
That was
really
subtle.
that was really subtle and classy, right, guys? Couple disclaimers. Okay, so this campaign we're going to be toying with maps. There's going to be a couple maps here or there tonight. Whenever they're going to be in combat, they're going to be on a map, so we don't have to use, the old brain craniumness to try and figure out who's doing what as Mac and Aloran are dancing. So we don't have to worry about that. Sometimes the maps are going to be 10 by 10. Sometimes they're going to be 5 by 5. It'll either say right on it, or I will have to tell them. But either way, each square will be either 5 by 5 or 10 by 10, depending on which map we go to. So that is going to take that. Also, some maps will be not placeholders, but just generic maps.
Placeholders.
Basically. But as a DM, it takes a lot to, create new shit every week, and then on top of that, to have to prepare maps is insanely time draining. So sometimes, like this week, I ran out of time, so I just grabbed some maps and was like, fuck it, that'll do. So, the maps may not always be 100% accurate. There may be chests on the map that don't exist in real life, as you guys will see tonight. And then other times there will be, and hooray.
You guys are gonna get him banned.
That being said, if you guys have any announcements or anything, let's get rid of that. This is why we can't have nice things, boys. Anyway, I gave the players a little bit of a primer of what the campaign is about, or at least the world that they're starting in, and I will recap it now for the stream, so that you guys have an idea of the backstory of the realm, as it were, before these guys jump into playing. So, it has been 4 long years since the Delin Empire fell, and some lords in the former empire are now trying to consolidate their power. Some have aspirations of creating a new empire, whereas others seek to set up a council of lords to establish a democratic-style government. Each lord would become a king within their own lands and would have power to rule within those lands, but any action that would affect the other kingdoms must be brought to the Council of Kings. That's just one facet of government that the lords are fighting over. Like I said, others, they want to rule the whole fucking place. Rumors circulate about the downfall of the Delin Empire, with nobody being certain why the empire fell. Again, it was only 4 years ago, so very, very short amount of time. To most people, it seems that the Emperor Telos Delin III simply abdicated. Words are hard tonight. Simply abdicated from the throne, from the Empire, and nobody was prepared to take up the position of the Emperor. There was no heirs. There was no strict line of like what's going to happen after this guy dies or leaves or whatever. So it kind of threw the Empire into chaos. It caused a power struggle and made the Empire crumble, leaving the continent in the precarious position it's in today. This is a picture of the continent.
You got mad at me.
Anyway, and yeah, that's basically where the backstory of the world goes. As far as the characters and where they are and why they are where they are, there is a noble family, the Merwell family, that has been one of the noble families trying to consolidate power and try and become the new emperor, headed by Lord Jarek Merwell, and he is in the city of Yona. And Lord Jarek Merwell of Yona has gathered the group together in his manor for an unknown purpose. 4 of our party, Gabriel Hart, Alorin Zanward, Jin Sadaharu, and Makur Thronehammer, have already entered the manor of Lord Jarek. This is really distracting, seeing it out of the corner of my eye with all the characters. Like, calm your tits, guys. Anyway, they've all been gathered at the manor of Lord Jarek Merwell. You guys have been you arrived and are now sitting in the dining hall. A young woman named Renya, a petite, pretty, young 20-something woman with short brown hair, dark eyes, and wearing a elaborate blue kind of pantsuit. Having showed you guys to the dining hall, you're waiting for the last person to show up. And if you want to take a second now to kind of introduce the stream and each other to you guys as characters, whoever wants to start, except for Nick, you can just go ahead and give a brief description of who you are, what you look like.
Well, I'll definitely start. My name is Gabriel, and I'm a performer. I'm not an alcoholic, and this seems like some kind of meeting. This isn't an intervention, and no one you know knows me and has brought me here against my will, have they?
No, you've all been invited through various channels and whatever.
I wasn't asking you, God.
I'm sorry.
It's horrible.
Well, greetings, Gabriel. I am Makur Thronehammer. You can call me Mac. I am here at the request of the Lord here. As you can see, I'm not from these lands. I'm a dwarf.
I am also not from these lands, and I have also been summoned here. And it would seem strange to me that they would require, well, a dwarf man who looks vaguely, well, way stronger than me. Not gonna lie, not a lifter of things, but also someone of my talents. To pique
What
my
talents
curiosity.
are those?
Depends on how deep your pockets are. Everyone else appears to be mutes.
Indeed. Or the ale has got their tongue.
The ale has got my tongue. My name is Jin. I wander around doing odd jobs.
Would you be related to Jintoki Sakata, the famous samurai of the odd jobs?
No, not quite.
Worth asking.
Would you like to gamble?
Almost always.
Let's gamble.
I have a chess set and some dice on me.
What do you guys want to play?
I do as well.
Yeah.
You guys want to play
Oh,
dice
sure.
games?
At the word of gambling, I'm going to stop my lightning orb
Okay.
that I was casting. I'm going to walk
Do
over to them.
you want to
quietly.
explain what you look like to the group?
Can you just put it up real quick? Because I was sitting in the
yeah,
corner doing
okay.
this. That's why I wasn't talking.
No worries. So I brought up the character sheet on the stream so you can see what he looks like.
Dun, dun, dun. It's delayed for us.
Yeah, I know.
Ta-da!
It would have been much easier had he just explained what he looked like, but whatever.
You are a terribly creepy fellow. Are you fresh from the hospital, sir?
Hello. My name's Lauren Sandberg. I'm
gonna hold out my jug to him.
Thank you. And I'm gonna grab it and start chugging.
All right. What's in the jug?
Beer.
All right. Those of you that are gambling, you want to play a dice game?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull up the chair.
Okay. Who's all taking part in the gambling?
I'm gonna sit and watch because I don't know yet.
Yeah, I'll watch. But
Okay, so
I
just the
cannot
two of you then?
oh yeah.
Okay, so the most easiest, simplest kind of gambling thing to go with is a game that is pretty common within the Empire. It's a dice game. If you think of it kind of like poker and Yahtzee mixed into one thing, that's kind of what it is. So basically, make 5d6s, both of you.
Who's gaming set?
We'll just use yours.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa.
Oh. I mean, presuming you have your own dice, I mean, you could use your own dice. You gotta have 5d6s each of you, so.
Alright.
I'll acquiesce to using your dice.
Okay.
5d6s, you say?
Correct. Okay, so, very much like poker,
What
the
the
actual number doesn't matter, but going off of that roll, it's like poker. You have pairs, you have two pairs, you have three of a kind, full house, the whole thing. Now, given that you can only see your own dice at the moment, like you roll them and you can make your bet, you guys can take a round of betting now if you'd like. By the way, can you guys see each other's rolls?
I can see his roll, yeah.
Balls. We'll have to fix that for next time.
Mhm.
Gambling's gonna be broken if you guys can see each other's rolls.
Yeah, but I would bet on this. So,
Sure.
be you a man of means?
I'm a man. Or a woman. Either or.
Is that dependent on the weather or the price tag?
Depends on the job.
I actually can't debate that. I dabbled in both myself. 50 gold?
Sure.
50 gold.
Okay. If you guys would like to re-roll any of your dice, you can do that one time. Alternatively, you can attempt to re-roll your dice on the sly. That'll take a sleight of hand check. Yeah, so it's up to you guys.
I would like to re-roll one of my d6s.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll 2. With sleight of hand.
Okay.
Is it possible to do a perception check?
Yep.
'Cause I would
Anybody
like to
who's
see
watching
if-
can
like,
watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to see if
I didn't even need it.
Oh my god.
Yahtzee, bitch.
I forget.
Oh,
Derek's fucking. Gabriel, make a perception check as well. Okay, so Gabriel, you don't see him re-rolling his dice. You just see him sitting there, holding his hand in front of his 5 dice.
Also
And-
remember, I get another +7 on those.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, again, this kind of sucks because you guys can see each other's rolls. We'll figure it out for next time we gamble. But currently, I believe, Gabriel, you have a 2, a 1, a 2, and 2 more 1s.
I have a full house.
Okay. And then on the other hand,
He has
Jin
5 of a kind.
Jin has 5 sixes. So we can go to another round of betting before you reveal your dice if you'd like.
No, I would call.
All right. And now you guys can reveal your dice to each other. And huzzah! Somehow the guy with the gambling problem drew 5 sixes and wins the pot.
I wouldn't call that a gambling problem, God.
His character has a gambling problem, I'm just saying. I might have let something leak, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna shill out 50 gold pieces.
Awesome.
As you're doing that, you can hear the rain on the outside starting to pick up a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit stormy. Kind of makes a lot of you guys uncomfortable, except for Aloran. You're like, hell
I'm
yeah.
just gonna kind of stick my ear up and kind of like listen to it.
Make a...
By the way, my hair changed from silver to gold while we were gambling.
At what point?
It's back silver now.
Just while you were gambling?
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
You
makes sense.
do naturally what I pretend to do. A little bit jealous. Does your name change too, or is it just always Jin?
Jin.
Real quick, sidebar. Do me a favor, both of you, roll /DM roll 5d6. I was Googling it on my phone while we're here, so. Just for future reference.
Unrecognized format.
Yeah.
If you go to the, it's actually GM roll. So
Oh, is it GM?
one sec. Yeah, so at the top, if you go to the dice on the left-hand side, you hover over the dice, you click GM.
There you go.
So
And then do that.
can any of you see those rolls?
I can see the one I just sent you, and that's it.
And that's it? Oh,
That's
fuck
awesome.
yes. Okay, that's how we'll do gambling from now on.
Cool.
So I knew there was something
Oh.
I forgot. My bad. Sorry, guys.
That's
we'll
cool.
move on. So,
Okay. Oh.
because that'll only put it to the stream,
Yeah,
they'll be able to see it.
that's
So
it.
as long as you guys aren't
Cool.
cheating by looking at the stream and seeing what they rolled, you're fine. Yeah. Okay. So moving forward, the storm kind of picks up on the outside. Aloran, seeming, it's a pretty
I'm
nice
just gonna
storm
kinda
out
grin.
there. You're like,
Lean
yeah.
back in my
Storm.
chair a little bit.
Does storm interest you, friend?
Makes me feel like I'm home.
And where does thou hail from?
Mainly a boat.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
Interesting
as the storm is picking up, you can see kind of behind the bandages that cover Aloran's eyes, there's a faint spark that's getting brighter and brighter in both of his eye sockets as the storm rages on behind.
Well, I'm not willing to lose any more gold, but my money's on elemental.
You asking me?
Mm-hmm.
No, friend.
Well, at least we're friends.
As you guys are mid-conversation, there's a pounding at the front door. Thud, thud, thud,
I'm gonna go open it.
thud.
I'm right behind him as well.
As you go to stand up, the woman who had guided you guys into the conference room kind of puts her hand up to you guys and goes, I got it. And she walks over to the front door and opens up the door, and Kel, you see a petite, pretty, young 20-something human girl with short brown hair, dark eyes, wearing an elaborate blue pantsuit. And she goes, you must be the last one we're waiting on. Please, come in, out of the rain.
What?
Yes, okay, come on. And she kind of ushers you in and closes the door behind you, and then kind of like ushers you into like the main dining hall where you see the other 4 sitting around a table or standing in their various states. you guys all have.
Greetings, friend.
interaction.
Come in. There's seats here to dry yourself by.
If he's wet and he's trying to sit near me, I'm going to move away from his body.
Currently, he's just doing nothing. He's
I sit back down and pay him no mind.
I'm gonna go help him to a table.
Just gonna eyeball him cautiously.
Can
Who
I
are
insight check
these
him?
people?
yeah, you can insight check him.
Okay.
He seems like a wet traveler.
Okay.
A little dim, but hard to read.
Come, friend. Let us sit and gamble.
Sit? Sure.
When you
Gamble?
said that, did your hair glow?
No.
No?
Alright.
Do you want my description now?
Yeah, please describe what you look like to everybody.
I am standing 5'9", kind of short, white pasty pale male, very brushy, unkept brown hair. I look very old, but I'm actually not. And brown eyes, and just, that's about it.
And he looks to be wearing some very ragged, like leather armor, and ragged cloak with like holes in it and patches over some holes, and
Yeah, that one.
very ragged.
They'll all sit down.
Just for my frame of reference, what's this room lit by?
There's a couple.
Candlelight or fireplace?
There's a couple of candles in sconces along the wall, and there is a fire pit or a fire place at the end of the hall, or at the end of the dining hall. And then there's the long table and all that stuff in the center.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay seated at the table.
Okay. You guys want to interact with each other anymore before some shit happens, or what do you guys want to do?
Do I still have Zach? What's your name?
Jin.
Do I still have your thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take another swig of it and then pass it off to you. Thank you, friend.
Yeah. I'll
It
drink
tastes
on that.
mighty good.
Well, I've been sitting for entirely too long. I either need to gamble or drink.
Why not both?
Deal. 50 gold?
50 gold.
Okay. I grab my dice.
All right. And anybody else want in on the gambling?
No, but again, I would like to watch to see if anything.
Yeah, I'm watching. I don't have 50 gold.
Okay. Would you guys like to start off the gambling bet? So you guys both put in 50 gold for the buy-in. Would you like to up the ante or anything? Any surface bet once you've rolled?
Bets to you.
100 gold.
Does your hair change color?
Yes, my hair is gold.
Yeah, I'll call. Guess.
Okay. So there is now 300 gold in the pot. How many dice would you like to reroll? If
Again,
any.
I'm watching to see. So if someone does say cheat, are they gonna like PM you, and then if my perceptions roll high enough, you're gonna PM me? Because like if it's, I mean.
Yeah, I'll PM you if you see anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll my last die
Okay.
in the number string.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll second, fourth, and fifth.
Okay.
Oh. Wait, are you cheating again?
He is.
Fucking hell. No, he's getting away with it.
Nobody sees him.
Crafty as fuck.
Oh shit, wrong one.
We'll go with the first 3.
Alright.
Okay. So you said you were re-rolling what?
2, 4, and 5.
Okay. So that means you have. Okay. And. Okay. And then Derek, you are only re-rolling the last one.
Yeah, I already sent it to you.
I saw it.
Okay.
Okay. Final bets before you reveal, if any.
I call.
Alright, yeah.
Okay. You guys can reveal your hands.
I only had a pair, unfortunately.
I have 2 pair.
Okay. That means that Jin
I will.
takes the pot of 300.
Okay. It's yours. I'm gonna lose my shirt here.
And once again, nobody saw him make his sleight of hand roll.
Hair's back to silver too.
Real quick, I'm also gonna change something
Cool.
in your character sheet, Jin, because you didn't do it correctly. It's fine though.
Which one?
Your sleight of hand should be expertise, and you have to go into the
Oh.
cogwheel to do that. So I just did it for you. So now
So
you
he
have a
gets-
plus 10 instead of plus 7.
Yeah.
Oh, so now I get a plus 20?
Your sleight of hand was rolling at a plus 7. It should be a plus 10 because it just doubles your proficiency.
No, that was before being doubled.
The sleight of hand,
Yeah.
but I'm saying expertise gives you double the proficiency. Your proficiency right now is a 3,
Oh, right, yeah.
so it's now a 10. That's how that should have worked. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. So as you guys are finishing up your second bit of gambling, Renya comes over and sits down at the table with you guys and goes, "So, what brings you all to the Lord's Manor?"
You
The-
tell me.
Literally the invitation.
I pulled out the invitation.
I would also like to withdraw my invitation.
Are we all? Yeah.
Okay. She kind of goes around and like kind of looks over each one of your guys' shoulder and like peeks at the invitation to read it.
I'm sorry. Did you mean this is like a deeper question, like on a philosophical level? What brings us to this table?
Booze.
Asking a simple
No.
question.
I'm
No
just a simple servant in the household. I don't get told everything. I'm just trying to do my job, man.
Where is the steward? May we speak with the steward?
Indeed.
Well, I guess that technically that'd be me. I'm like, technically my job is house mistress. I kind of watch the estate for Lord Jarek.
Who's the master?
That'll be Lord Jarek.
I'm gonna look
Your
around.
name, girl, is?
My name is Renya.
Greetings, I am Mac. Mac or Thronehammer.
Very nice to meet you, Mac. And she kind of sticks out an arm.
Do you know when we will be seeing your lord? Lord Jarek?
I could go summon him at any point. I just wanted to make sure you guys were comfortable before I went and got him.
Please.
Very well.
Also send for refreshments.
Is there someone to tend to
very
the
well.
newest arrival? He seems a little... Is there someone to tend to the newest arrival? He seems a little... dazed.
At this point, she kind of looks
Well
over
put.
and finally notices Kel just kind of sitting there like... and kind of goes over and... Excuse me. Kind of pokes you on the shoulder a little bit.
Yes?
Terribly sorry. Don't mean to be rude. Why are you here? Who are you?
I'm gonna
Do you-
pull out a letter.
She
I
just
think this is me.
she grabs the letter and looks at it and reads it. Okay, well, sure, okay. Hands it back to you and goes, Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll have one of the chefs bring some food out and some drinks out for you guys.
Could I see him pulling out the letter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and sit down beside him.
Okay. Get up and
Greetings.
go over.
I'm Macor. You can call me Mac. What brings you here?
I don't know.
What do you mean you do not know?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What is
Are you
the
a
last thing
fool?
you do remember?
I'm gonna lean over the table.
No, I assure you, I am the only fool that has been brought to this table.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
You hear from the other room. Truth.
I'm gonna just sit back in my chair and bust into laugh. I'm gonna reach for the ale again from Jen.
I'll let him have it.
Cal, continue with what you're saying.
I don't remember anything. It's
Where do your
Black.
memories start then?
I'm gonna point at the front door.
How
This
interesting.
is fascinating.
How interesting indeed. Can I do an insight check on him?
Sure.
I'd like to do another since I've talked to him for a minute.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh. Or-
Mac, you see he's hard to read. Seems genuine.
Hmm.
Aloran, he seems to believe everything he's saying.
I
After like
believe, or he believes.
You get the impression that he believes everything
Okay,
he's saying.
I want to make sure I heard that
Yeah.
right. Okay. alright.
I give him a hearty pat on the back. She's like, "Aye, well, welcome, friend," and just kind of like, she's like, "Come sit by the fire, have a drink," and I go and get him a drink, and then come back and hand it to him.
I'm gonna go up next to him and wait for no one to be looking at him and lick the entire side of his face.
Okay. As the other guys are doing various things or going to get a drink or drinking themselves, you just turn and right up the side of his face.
I'm gonna try
And
to
then I'm
dodge
gonna look-
that.
Okay, I'm
You're gonna
gonna
try
try
and
and
dodge
look him dead in the eyes.
I'm gonna try to dodge that.
Okay, so for your lick, give me a dexterity check, and for dodging out of the way, a dex save.
Save?
Oh,
didn't see
that
it
nat 20.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
Beat
So
the shit out of him.
you didn't notice
It was
until
real.
you didn't notice until the tongue was halfway up your cheek that he's licking your face.
I'm gauging his reaction to it. He pulled
Yeah.
away, or he wanted to pull away, right?
You get about halfway up his cheek before he kind of turns and like.
And I'm looking him dead in the eyes.
Oh, that's fucking great.
By this time, I put my drink down and I'm just
I
looking
love
at
that
this.
reaction. Either Discord froze or Nick is playing it up good. I'm gonna go inside and he's playing it up. Yeah. Sorry, Bob, you were saying, or
I put my drink down and I just see them like locking eyes.
yeah.
What's
Well,
this?
he's not stunned, and it doesn't appear to be magic.
You look perplexed, friend.
You determined this how? I was like, I'm gonna sit beside the
I have my ways.
ragged-looking fellow. Mm.
I'm a bit of a clairvoyant.
I'm gonna take a sip of the ale that was put in front of me.
Okay. I should say the chefs have come by and distributed a pitcher of what seems to be wine in the center of the room, and then put a wine glass in front of each of you.
Is there any ale?
I believe we could find some if that's what you
Make
require.
haste.
At once, sir. He kind of
I grab some of
disappears
the wine.
off into the other room. Okay, you see you're drinking the wine. Anybody else drinking wine?
No.
I'm just drinking out of my jug.
Okay. So if you're drinking the wine, give me a Constitution save.
Tight.
I'm drinking the ale that was handed to me by
Sure.
dwarf.
Ale's no big deal currently.
Well,
the wine,
I'm gonna
though.
stare directly into it, though.
Okay. The wine, Mac. You're a dwarf. You're used to drinking, some very stout beers and stuff. This wine's got a pretty good kick to it. It's pretty strong. You feel like, you only just had a couple of sips, but if you were to down this glass, you might have a good night.
I refrain. I go slowly.
Okay.
Upon realizing that, I just go, ooh, shit.
About another minute or two later, the same kind of steward comes back and sets down a mini keg in the center of the table and then taps it and kind of turns it and he's like, ale, if you shall require.
I'm just gonna put my mouth on the spigot.
I'm gonna try to beat him to it. Not with my mouth, but by trying to grab it.
Okay, give a dex check, both of you?
Boy. Oh.
Okay, so the monk is just got his hand against your forehead, pushing you away as he's just dumping from the spigot directly into his mouth.
Grab one of the, it was like a, I don't know, mug that was dropped there, right?
You've got your wine glasses and then the mini keg.
Oh, it's it?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna grab one of the wine glasses.
Alright.
Try to shovel it on into his face so I can get some beer.
Are you caring about his saliva? Because there's some spilling out.
Shit.
Okay, so there's some spilling out, and you're just kind of holding the cup beneath his chin, trying to catch it as it falls out of his
Zamboni.
mouth. Yeah. So you're
Is,
picking up the scraps.
Is Gabriel still seated beside me?
Yeah.
I
Just look at him. Just filthy.
What?
No, not you. Them.
Oh.
The deplorable.
Do I have a full glass yet?
It's gonna take a minute. He's getting a lot of it.
Well, is it like half?
Yeah, about half.
Because if it's not working very well, okay, yeah. By that time, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna chug it and then try to push him off to the side.
Okay, give a strength. Give a strength check.
I'll just move over.
Okay, he's not gonna move. He's gonna move. Okay, so you're good.
He's gonna move.
Yeah, you just push him out of the way and just kind of stick your glass under and pull.
I want ale.
You fill up a glass full of ale.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna grab another glass and fill up another one.
Meanwhile, Kel is just staring into his glass or into the thing of ale.
Yeah, I'm gonna top off my jug.
Okay.
I'll help him do that.
About a minute or two goes by before Renya steps back into the room, and she goes, sirs, if you would mind standing.
I stand.
I think we're standing already.
Some of you are sitting.
Yeah.
I stand.
Two of you are kind of laying across the table trying to get
We're fighting on the keg, yeah.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
I'm gonna quickly stand up,
Oh.
Okay, so you just jolt upright. The rest of you, are you standing up? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Demurely.
About.
Sorry, Nick. How tall did you say you were?
It's 5'9".
Nick's 5'9".
I think.
As he does that, I just put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "It's all right, friend. It's all right."
Yeah. So about 30 seconds after Renya asks you all to stand, you see a human male with average complexion, seems to be late 30s, early 40s. Very clearly a noble. He kind of has that arrogance about him, that kind of je ne sais quoi. He's about 6'1". You can see that he's wearing a very nicely tailored black suit. Is completely clean shaven, and you can see a scar on his cheek, on his right cheek, from about here by his nose all the way back to about his ear. And he kind of steps in the room and, oh yes, right, my guests. Hopefully I didn't keep you waiting.
I'm gonna bow, ever so.
I'm gonna do the action with my hands, but not.
Doing what action with your hands?
like, you know, that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Because
lean against the table.
He doesn't bow, he curtsies.
Yeah. No.
So Jarek goes, right, yes, okay, so I am, Jarek Merriwell, the lord of this manor. I presume you're all probably terribly curious why I've summoned you all to my house. Maybe we should
As long as you got wine. And then I'm just gonna chug my glass.
I do have
Or
wine.
not wine. Ale, rather.
I look
have-
at Maker and I roll my eyes like...
Wine is wine. And I have another sip of my wine.
Nice. I do have quite the various wine and ales from all across the continent. Please help yourselves. Help yourselves. And he goes and walks over and takes the head of the table closest to the fire, and he says, "Please be seated. Be seated."
I'm gonna stand up and walk to his direct right and sit next to him.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go to his left.
At the end of the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I sit?
I guess I can
Can
kind
I
of.
sit opposite him?
I'm just gonna sit wherever the closest chair was, where I was at.
So it's kind of gonna be like that. And then, like, the fireplace is, like, over here.
Okay, so I'm just
So-
gonna sit right there where I was.
I'll need to get a... dude.
Ta-da.
Jesus, there's, like, nothing good. Fuck it. Bar patron it is.
Nice.
Lord Bar Patron.
Lord the bar patron. Yes.
He's from Beerfest.
Okay, so that's how the table is kind of set up, and the Lord Bar Patron.
I'm in the table. Table is one
I'm
with
at
me.
the table.
Okay. So, Jin, you're
Oh, you
actually
knew his
sitting
immediate
at the head
laugh.
of the table with him?
Yeah, I saved his life.
That's true. So as you go to sit down, he kind of like looks over to his left and goes, kind of nudges with his head to go over one.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that. Just the wave.
Right. Right. And he goes and pulls a little bell out of his pocket. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. So,
I'm gonna interrupt
perhaps-
him and ask him, "Do you know who I am?"
That's a weird question. Shouldn't you know who you are?
You'd think.
Well, I actually don't know who any of you are. I sent out a lot of letters of invitation. Actually, the only one that I do recognize is, oh, my lord, I forgot your name, as he's pointing over to Gabriel.
Ah.
I was introduced to you at a ball, maybe 2 span back, maybe a little further. Lady Merriwell introduced us, I believe.
Of course. I remember. One could not forget your face, my lord. I am Lord Stoneskin of the Northern Shores.
Right. Yes. Well, aside from Lord Stoneskin here, I don't know who any of you are. We've been on the hunt for some very strong and capable people to help with a couple of tasks around our holdings here, and you 5 are the ones that showed up.
And of course, the Northern Shore is sympathetic to your plight and would help you in any way.
Well, I would... You know, it's great to have friends in the North. How is the North?
Cold. Really
yes.
cold.
No, but what news from the road? Any kind of what's new gossip in the court?
It's grim, and I should not speak of it at such an event.
Gonna
Very
insight
well.
check
Which would
him.
be bad manner.
Who are you insight checking?
Derek's character.
Okay, roll insight.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna have to roll against my deception.
Yeah.
I have advantage on deception rolls when I'm pretending to be somebody else.
That
That's
you are.
amazing. That's so cool.
So you do not need to tell them whether or not you're lying. They believe that you believe who you say you are.
Awesome.
So Lord
Gonna have to
Jarek.
take a lot of notes in this campaign.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
already going, man.
You're already on second page. Holy shit.
I'm already on second page, yeah.
Yeah. So Lord Jarek kind of slaps his hand on the table a couple of times, giggling from the banter back and forth between Lord Stoneskin and himself. And he says, where is this food? You can never find good servants. Do you have good servants up north?
I did, but they kept dying. See, it was a bit of a toss-up between an extra robe on my bed and an extra robe in theirs, and the line between my comfort and my extra comfort seemed to be the line between life and death, and there was an incident. I'm currently in the market for good health.
That line is often obscured. You have to be very careful with the type of ravel that you employ.
I'm going to be laughing next to him.
As I hear them talking
Okay.
about this, I kind of like start getting a little bit angry and just be like, you must judge your lord on how he treats all folk, not just how he treats himself.
No, I assure you my village is very well taken care of. It's the people in my employ.
Yes.
Yes, well, you
Well,
can never be too careful
village
with your
is this?
house servants. Right, like,
Indeed.
I'm sure, Mr. Dwarf, I don't presume to know where you've come from, if you are noble of some sort, but presumably you are familiar with the concept of not a house slave, but perhaps somebody who works in your employ, and sometimes they can get a little greedy, and they take things when you're not looking,
And so you take their blankets.
or
I'm gonna
their
check
lives.
this pocket.
Choice between life and death should always be for life.
I'm going to check the pockets of the guy I'm sitting next to.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Let's see if he feels it. Yes, he does. He kind of feels a tug, and he just, excuse me.
However, do you keep them in line? I reach across the table and put my hand on his.
You see, here is the trick. What you have to do is you have to make sure that they are more scared of the repercussions of perhaps crossing you than of the potential gain of what they might get. For example, I had a steward a couple
I'm
days
sending a
ago.
wink over to my friend here across the table.
He carries on. If you basic a couple of days ago, I had this steward, right? And she was a very helpful around the house, and she helped with the going to the market and getting the foods and stuff. And I would say, like, I'm in the mood for chicken tonight, and she would go off and get the chickens, and they'd take care of it. But then I noticed that every now and then my purse would be lighter than it should be. So The trick is to make sure they're more scared of the repercussions of what would happen if they were getting caught stealing versus what they would gain out of getting said stealing. Perhaps.
It seems like a logical thing, but the way you say it makes it sound so intelligent. Thank you for your wisdom, my lord.
Thank you, my lord. Basically, if you boil it down, what I'm saying is they have to be scared of losing a finger if they take 10 gold. You know, it's a paltry sum for us, fine folk. He kind of slaps Jin on the shoulder a little bit and leans over and slaps Gabriel on the shoulder. I'm sure you fine folk understand.
Of course. And with time being money and gold itself, why don't we adjourn to the business at hand?
Thus brings why you are here. Very well, very well. He pulls out the bell again. Ding, 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 ding. And then you see the same kind of short female earlier. Renya comes in. Terribly sorry, my lord. The chefs just need another minute. They'll be just a minute. And then she dips in behind the other room, and he just kind of leans over towards you, Gabriel, and goes, "Now, how would you in the north deal with that?" Not only did I have to ring twice, but when she came, it was not ready.
I'm gonna slam my beer down on the table. You know how I would deal with that, and I'm gonna try to like part my bandage a little bit just to get some spark going through.
Okay. And he kind of looks over.
Well, I could tell
that
you.
is a positively spooky man right there.
I could tell you, or I could show you.
How would you show me?
With my hands, of course, and my wit. Please allow me to discipline your staff.
As soon as I hear that, I take my hammer and just like drop it onto the table and just say, "You will do no such thing."
His hammer makes a very loud thud as it clacks down on the table.
I'm gonna topple backwards.
Sound effects.
I'm busting up in
laughter.
Crap.
Perhaps you shall leave my household to me. I was just merely curious how you would do it if you were in charge.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on Maker.
Okay.
Okay. And you gotta give me a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, my DC is 15. I'm going to apologize to you if I've given you any offense. I'm sorry. It is not like me to behave so gregariously at a table. I only wished to imply the best of manners to our host.
Oh man, sorry. That's too good.
we are first night, hour. We got some player PvP.
So I'm charmed, right?
Yes, you
utterly.
are. You regard him as a friendly acquaintance.
Well, I mean, yeah, fuck, alright. Well, I look down at the hammer and say, "Oh, what the hell, why is this here?" Just like kind of take it off the table. I would appreciate it, friend, if you would not discipline anyone here this night.
I could sympathize with that. Why don't we stop acting so barbaric? And later, my lord, I will tell you all of my secrets.
Very well, my lord. Thank you very kindly. I look forward to that conversation. Renya? He waits like about 10 seconds or so before the petite young woman steps back in the room. "My lords, I'm so sorry. We are ready. We are coming. Come! And you see all the chefs coming in, and they all have these like big platters in front of them, and they set them down in front of each of you, and then like pull away the tops of the platter to reveal a it's like a vegetable kind of medley on the bottom, and then a roasted chicken, like a whole chicken on everybody's platter right in the middle of it. So you've got like a bunch of potatoes and carrots and all kinds of vegetables and stuff, and then a chicken right on the top. And they all take the tops of the platters away and, terribly sorry. Please enjoy. And all the chefs kind of withdraw, and Renya just kind of nods at Jarek, and Jarek, yes. Please, feel free. Eat as much as you like, drink as much as you like.
I'm gonna top off my drink and grab the chicken.
Yeah, I'm gonna
chicken as well.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a really long time getting my napkin out and putting it down properly and crossing my legs and posturing myself and setting up my cutlery correctly.
Okay.
Yeah,
As you're
not
doing
doing
that,
that.
Jarek is doing the same thing. And then, sorry, Alorian, what were you doing?
I'm tearing into the chicken after I poured myself or topped my drink off, rather.
Okay.
Either or.
Sure. Yeah, okay. So, you go all digging into the food and drinks and,
Very
Any-
carefully digging in.
So, hey Jay.
Yeah.
Because it's lasting an hour, and when it ends, I know I'm charmed. Can you
Yes.
let me know whenever that is?
it'll be right after the meal. The meal's gonna take
Okay.
roughly an hour.
Oh fuck.
Gonna
Hey,
slowly
uh,
poke a potato,
Okay.
smell it.
It
Make sure
smells
there's
like a
no-
potato.
It didn't touch any meat or anything like that.
I mean, the chicken's on top of it, on top of all the vegetables and stuff, so you kind of gotta, like, pick apart and, like, find one that hasn't been touched by the chicken.
I'm gonna go feed Kel.
Okay. How do you do it?
Here comes the horse and carriage.
I put my chicken down and I'm watching this now.
What's on the end of his fork?
I too am watching
Chicken.
it with great
Chicken?
delight.
I'm gonna push it away.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep trying.
Don't. Because the smell is nauseating me.
Okay.
I slightly remember that I'm vegan.
Okay. Lord Jarek is just sitting at the head of the table, and he's like, "This is quite the dinner theater."
Indeed.
I'm gonna try to waft my chicken in his face.
Shall we discuss business while they rabble?
Yes, perhaps. So, while you guys eat, let me kind of.
I want to move. Jay, I want to move down there.
Okay, yeah. So you move over, and
Who's to my right?
directly to your right is now Mac.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to my right because everybody's wafting their chicken to me. I'm gonna throw up in his lap.
Okay. Make a Constitution save with disadvantage.
Am I getting puked on?
You feel the gag reflex in your throat, but you're somehow able to keep it down.
Is he
Like-
sitting next to me?
No,
sitting
he's
next to
sitting.
me.
He's sitting next to Mac. He's like,
Oh,
well,
okay.
he's like 3 chairs over.
Gotcha.
I'm sitting next to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
exactly how it's
I'm
laid
green
out on the
block.
stream is exactly how you're sitting.
I just didn't know whose icon was who. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll
Right.
fix it next time.
Yeah, we'll
Ugh.
get better icons for next week.
I'll get a ball of lightning ball.
All right.
Sorry, sir. Chicken did.
Are
Meat.
you alright, friend?
They meat. It doesn't smell very good to me. I'll take a piece of some vegetation and kind of pick that and start eating that. See if it settles my stomach a bit.
Okay. Hold on. Let's see if. Yeah, you stabbed into a pretty large roasted onion with your fork and just kind of start eating a roasted onion.
Okay.
It seems to hit the spot. You know, it's settling all the nausea and all that stuff. And Lord Jarek Merwell kind of sits there and he's like, it's been a long time since I had such great company. Right, getting to business. So, as far as why I have had you guys brought here. See, I sent out letters all across the continent. We have this trouble within the town. Well, simply put, there's a local hero in our town that has gone missing. He's quite famous. He had perhaps not as far as you guys have traveled, but at least in our town, he was responsible for clearing out the cobalt mines a couple months back, and yeah, he went out to clear out another pack of monster-infested caves, and he has not come back yet, and it's starting to worry us, as it's been about a month now since he left, and yeah, it's not better. It's not good for the city, for the morale of the city, for their hero to be gone. So, about a week back, I sent letters all throughout the continent, trying to get as many people as I could gathered to hopefully, track him down. I only sent letters to obviously the most reputable or distinguished lords and local heroes such as yourselves.
What be the reward?
Well, I do have a wine cellar full of wine and ale.
I like gold.
I have a lot of gold.
So, to the first question.
Sorry?
What be the reward?
Well, if you would like gold, gold. If you would like ale, ale. If you'd like wine, wine. If you
Give me a number.
Women, I don't know, maybe 500 gold each?
To find a missing person.
Yes, simply to find him, bring him back if he's alive, bring him back if he's dead.
Seems
Why don't
a
you
noble
double
deed.
it?
Double it, you say? Make a
I'm
persuasion.
trying to be, persuasive.
Yeah. Very well. We could quite possibly do 1,000 gold each. Sure. 1,000 gold each.
I'm gonna reach my hand over the table to shake.
Reaches over and shake.
Sounds like a deal.
Deal
Don't
it
you have, like,
is.
lightning hands? Sorry, don't you have like lightning hands?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just regular.
I was like,
Yeah, no, I was casting a lightning.
Oh,
ball
okay.
When you first met me.
I don't reach for his hand. I give him the ever so slightest of nods in agreement.
Okay. The lordly nod. He
The lordly
also,
nod.
He also just kind of yes, okay. Is this?
I will put my best man on it.
Um,
You have bought his service.
very well. Very well. I
I'm gonna
appreciate that.
chuckle in the background as I sit down.
Okay. What about you, sir? You look positively martial. He's looking at Jin.
Marshall.
Well, you know, a practitioner of the arts, of the hand-to-hand variety. You know, martial. You look pretty tough.
I suppose.
Very well. And
I did save your life.
yes, I wish you would stop bringing that up, though. It doesn't look good upon the nobles if they're being saved by.
I'm gonna trace his scar.
I'm gonna insight check on Jen if he actually saved his life.
Okay, roll insight. Oh, you already
I
did. Give a charisma check, Jin.
I want to believe it.
Jin, are you lying or telling the truth?
I'm telling the truth.
Okay. Yeah, that's all.
Alright.
Building foundation.
You're getting the building blocks of your character out of the way.
Yeah.
Lord Jarek goes, very well. Now that we've agreed, perhaps we finish the meal
Agreed
here.
to what?
But if we
Right.
go this way, you're gonna get 1,000 gold, me friend.
For what?
I just
Don't
pat him on
worry.
the back, be like, it'll be all right, my friend. We'll look out for you.
What are you looking out for?
It's okay, and I'm gonna top off his ale
So
and then like hold it up.
what might your missing man be named?
I don't believe I rightly know. Perhaps ask Renya next time you see her. She has her ear to the ground as things are said. I am too terribly busy,
Question.
to keep my eyes
Local
on each
hero, and the
commoner.
Lord does not know his name.
We
I
are
don't know.
above such a station as to know the names of
Is-
anyone and everyone in our employ.
At that note,
Exactly.
So
are
what
you
is his
dinner
name?
Over, or are we still like in dinner?
And you're still in the middle of dinner.
Okay.
Nice try.
You're about 50 minutes in, so you got about 10 minutes left on your spell,
Okay.
on your charm.
I'm gonna call for Renya.
Okay. How do you do that?
Renya!
There's no response. And at this point, Jarek
I'm
looks
gonna ring the
over
bell.
the bell that's in his pocket.
Mhm.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Yup.
Oh, this is so good.
Once again, you go to reach into his pocket, and he kind of smacks your hand out of the way. He's like, "For the last time,
And I'm gonna lean over and say, I was trying to get Renya. I want to know so as I can go as soon as I can.
Well, here's the thing." And he looks back towards Gabriel, and he's like, "Watch this." And then pulls the bell out. Ding, 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 ding. And the Renya appears. Yes, my lord. You summoned.
What is that hero's name?
Did you not hear my esteemed colleague calling your name? Yes, my lord, but he is not you, so I do not listen.
So I
See?
don't have the same noble esteem as you.
I look over at the Lord, and I look
You hold
over
me
at
lower. I see.
Can I
him.
can I interrupt? I want to interrupt this.
Sure.
Just be like, Renya, we would very much like to know about this. You please tell us this. And I don't know if I'm using this right, but like I have that. So I would like to, even though I'm being polite,
Oh, okay.
enforce the fact that she's lesser than me and is giving me an answer.
Whoa.
Gotcha.
Mind blown.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
All right.
So
Sorry, I clicked it twice. My bad. I forgot.
that's fine. So Renya just kind of looks at you and goes, very well, my lord. The local hero, his name was Henry. He's cleared out a cave of kobolds, if I recall, and
Single-handedly.
oh yes, he
Human?
is quite the hero. Yes, he is human. He's got sandy blonde hair. He is, probably about 6 feet tall. Quite burly build. Wears green most of the time.
And where was his last whereabouts?
He was heading north to along the road to Visgate, which I guess technically would be like northeast.
Sorry, this gate?
Yes, the next city along the coast, northeast of here, Visgate.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any way for us to travel that you will allow?
I'm just a simple servant.
I
and then
believe my friend is
You
not
seem to
here.
have all of the information more than this man.
Lord Jarek kind of speaks up, goes, well, if you shall require it, I have some horses in the stables, and I have a carriage of some sorts, and very luxurious, as I'm sure Lord Stoneskin would be quite reminiscent of up north.
Well, since we have the Lord with us.
well, I mean, I would send all of you together, so you would have this luxurious carriage.
Horses
and,
would be fine.
Horses would be
will be
pulling
more
the
than
carriage,
enough.
of course.
If we are to find a man traveling over ground, a carriage will be too slow.
Perhaps,
Horse-
but what if he is
horses-
injured when you find him?
We will
Perhaps,
bring a spare horse with us.
A moving base of operations would be good
Indeed.
Perhaps.
for our lords.
Would you
Don't-
impose a lower standard of comfort on this entire group for the expedience? Nay, you may in fact risk this man's life by putting him atop a horse.
Hell, I'd be willing to ride further with you. Let them stay behind.
We'll travel in 2 groups. The
That
head
seems-
party.
That seems very promising. Send 2 horses ahead, and then 2 horses with the carriage with the other 3 of you. Simply go and pick him up, bring him back.
I mean,
Bob's your
looking at
uncle.
this one, and I like point over at Kel. He probably needs to be in a carriage.
He suddenly stops and looks over at Kel.
What?
Do you like horses, Cal?
Yeah.
A carriage will be great for him.
Very well. We shall take the slow but safe way.
At this point, the charm has worn off. You are
So
now
it
aware that
doesn't-
you have been charmed for the last hour.
Oh, yes. I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
Is it like nothing happens to him? It's just like I am suddenly aware that I'm charmed, right? Like there's no.
Yeah.
Would
When the
he
hour
Also,
when the hour
sorry, let me-
ends, let's put it this way: when the hour ends, the person who casted it knows that the duration is over, and is
Okay,
aware
yeah,
of the
that was
fact
my
that you
question.
are now aware, and you are now aware of having the last hour. It's basically like you were watching everything through rose-colored glasses, so
I
you're aware of
immediately
it,
look
but
at him,
tinted.
like lock eyes with him, just immediately,
Yeah, I'm looking back.
and then wink, and then just go back to the conversation.
So, are we ready to go?
Well, here's the thing. I was going to say, why not have a night of revelry here?
I will drink more ale, and I'm just gonna top
Drink.
off my ale.
Drink, eat,
I'm gonna hand it over to Jin too.
feast, and then in the morning, save.
Excellent. At dawn, then. Do you have accommodations for us?
Yes, I do. Of course. What manner of lord? Manner? Get it? What manner of lord would not have a manor full of just empty rooms for any accommodations? A poor lord. That I am not.
Ha. Well put, sir.
Puns are the weakness. That's the trick. Anyway, please feel free. Drink as much as you like. Eat as much as you like. If you shall require anything, there's servants abound. They shall fetch you anything you desire. Feel free to roam the manor, as it were. Your rooms will be upstairs. I'm sure. As I real quick open up my phone because it closed again, and I'm still getting used
Is
to
the
names.
servant still around?
Renya would be delighted to show you to your rooms. I'm sure. And he just kind of looks over, and Renya's like, "Yes, my lord."
Well, I am struck with a sudden sleepiness. I have eaten too much. I've eaten like this much of my food.
Okay.
I would like to be shown to my room.
I as well.
Yeah.
As
Very well.
as Gabriel goes to stand up, and I want to go, my lord, might I have a word?
Very well. What would you like?
Sorry, Lord
Oh.
Gabriel.
I'm
I
not
do believe you
familiar
mean
with a Gabriel.
Lord Stoneskin.
Sorry, Lord Stoneskin.
Very
You know,
well.
I'll
what
word.
was he said the first?
I
You
shall
must have
leave.
mistaken me for another.
I
It
shall
happens
leave
all the
you.
time.
I shall leave you for the rest of the night and retire. I
Of
shall
course,
see you
my
in the.
lord.
I shall see you in the morning for breakfast.
Send another cake.
Of
I-
course I will. And he.
I keep bowing
Okay.
until he everything he says until he goes.
Okay. He exits the room, and Renya.
As soon as he's gone, I turn to the dude. Don't blow my cover.
I just look around and I just say, you owe me. And then I go to my room. That's it.
Renya is still standing in the room, goes, I don't know what that was all about.
I'm gonna put my arm over her shoulder. Yeah, you don't need to. Show me my room.
Very well. Who's all going to rooms?
I want my own.
1, 2, 3, okay, 4. Ooh. And the lost fellow. Very much. Okay, if you would all follow me. And she kind of takes you out into the main foyer and takes you up some very large, elaborate steps.
So while we're doing that, I want to try to ask her about any information that he had for... Well, I'll just do this one. Do you have any insider information on our hero?
Henry the local.
Unfortunately, nothing more than I've already told you. He was a local hero. He cleared out a kobold den.
What did he do before he was this hero?
I believe he worked at the mill.
Doing
Who
what?
the fuck is calling me? Anyway, sorry. You were saying?
Doing what? The mill?
I believe he was one of the woodcutters. They cut down the trees and then they mill it into planks. Stuff
So
like
he's
that.
a burly fellow at the woodwork.
Yeah. Kind of like a run-of-the-mill, as you were. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're still going with that one.
Lord Merwell very much likes his puns.
I'm just gonna be quiet after that. I guess what I wanted. I'll just walk to my room quietly.
So she kind of shows you up the stairs to the right, a various collection of bedrooms, and kind of points out the doors to each of them. And you guys can either split yourselves up or take a room, or however you like to set up. There is 4 on either end.
Right.
Sorry?
I'm gonna go to the closest one on the right.
Okay.
I'm gonna run into the door.
I'm gonna assist Cal and hang on in there.
So by run into the door, what do you mean by that? Like it's closed, and you just walk into it?
Bam.
Yeah.
Okay.
1d4.
Make a clumsiness check? A dexterity check?
Okay.
Yeah, you do just walk right into the door. Just tunk.
Hey, don't mind that one. He's a little...
I'm gonna grab for the handle and open it regularly now.
Okay. So you grab it, open it, and walk in. Jin, are you still showing him what's up? Because he just walked into the door and went, and then opened it. Okay.
I'll follow him in.
Okay. So you go inside to his room with him. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'll find my own room.
I'm gonna find my own room. I'll just put my stuff down and then go down. Yeah.
I'm waiting to be shown to my room.
Okay. Sorry, what were you saying, Taylor?
Oh, I was saying I was waiting to be shown to mine.
She's just pointing out various rooms. The first room to the right is the one that Kel took. The first one to the left is the one that Aloran took. And then
I guess, yeah, I'm in the last remaining one.
there's still 7 rooms.
Oh, I'll take the next closest one then.
Left or right?
Left.
Okay.
As I see him walk by, I'm gonna pop my head up. You wanna grab some ale?
Yes. Give me but a moment.
I'll catch you in a moment.
I'm gonna
pop my room.
tap on Renya's shoulder and tell her, send a bath and some water.
Very well. Very well, my lord. Right away. She kind of turns and runs down the hallway.
Cool. I'm gonna pick one of those rooms,
Sure. Which
and then I'm
one?
gonna strip down butt naked and just wait.
Okay.
Thanks, dude.
Weird flex, but okay.
I'm gonna ride this
Are
noble
you trying to
thing.
honey dick her?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I wanted to do that, he was offering up like people, I would have jumped on that. Instead, I'm power moving. I got something else.
He was offering people. He got stopped.
You're
Yeah.
taking it. My manner now.
Okay. So Renya disappears down the hallway. It's going to be about 10 minutes before somebody shows up with a bath for you. What's happening in the meantime from the rest of you guys?
I'm gonna
I would like to
flop
oh,
on the
I'm
end of
gonna
the
go
bed.
AFK.
Okay. Sorry. So Nick, you first.
So you know how after a long day you just flop right into bed. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna do it the correct angle. I'm just gonna flop at feet hanging off one end, head hanging off the other.
Okay.
And I'm gonna instantly fall asleep.
Okay. Jin, what are you doing? After following him in, seeing him just plop down on the bed.
I'm gonna shake my head and straighten him out on the bed and go meditate in the corner.
Okay. Then we'll go to Aloran. What are you doing?
I'm just unpacking my things for my bag, which is very minimal. But essentially, I'm gonna place my holy symbol down, kind of like sit down, kind of pray to my God.
Okay.
With the door closed.
We'll come back to you. Last one is Mac
Me.
or Mock. Yeah.
I literally heard. I was just asked if I wanted to go get beer, so I would just put my bag down in my room. Is there a key in the door?
There is not.
Wow.
None of the doors
Okay.
seem to
Well,
have locks in them.
I just close the door. I bring my hammer with me though,
Okay.
and then I go and knock on Lauren's door.
Okay.
Be like, "Ale," and then just keep walking.
So Aloran, give me a religion check. Interesting.
You have a good religion.
Very religious. Something not a part of me. In real life. Like, hey.
Everybody else headsets off.
Ooh, spicy.
I wonder if Zach can still hear me. Guess not. Okay, so you're meditating to your god when
Okay.
you hear the familiar voice of your god. Derek, headset off. You hear the familiar voice of your god speaking kind of inside your mind.
Is this second contact? Because the first one I ever had was when
Yeah.
I got my eyesight back. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is second contact, and
Perfect.
you very simply hear the small wispy sounds of this previous entity that had contacted you, and you just simply hear, "How well does the eyes treat you?"
Very well, thank you, matey.
Excellent. Well, hold on one sec. Okay. Read Discord.
Oh.
Read Discord. Not yet.
Oh.
Headset off. Okay. You just simply hear, very well. Hopefully they treat you well. They were a replacement of a kind, but not all payment is due yet. I understand what happened to you was not exactly your fault, and I'm interested in this relationship. So, you continue to do my bidding, and I will continue to aid, for as much as it is in our best interest.
What do I need to do for you?
I think when the time comes, I'll reach out. You'll know.
I do your bidding.
Very well. Everybody else can put their headsets back on.
Yay.
Sorry, whenever there's like specific character stuff, I'm gonna have everybody else take their
Earmuffs.
headsets off. Exactly. So sorry about that. We had our first. I didn't expect that. The DC for that was 21 for the record, and that's just insane.
Oh,
And he met the DC.
I'm glad
so...
I hit it.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
It fits my character though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Anyway, with that quick praying session, you hear a knock at your door.
What be it?
Well, I've already said what I was gonna say. It's just
Oh, yeah,
Aeon.
yeah,
I've already
yeah.
kept walking, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you just
sorry,
kind of
going back
knocked on
down.
his door and kept walking. Yeah.
I'll be there in a minute. And then I continued praying for a moment.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pray and I'll be back.
All right.
I guess since we're going back to this room, I would be like chilling like right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good time to like pause for a break, but like everybody else just got up and went and did shit, and then I was hoping to come back, have you guys do whatever you're gonna do, and then sleep for the night, and that's what we'll cut it. But then he's getting up, and it's like, fuck.
Well, I mean, you could just say that we just drank some more.
Fair
which is
enough.
probably
Okay,
all
we'll
that's
do
gonna
that.
happen.
So, fair enough. So for the stream now, we'll take a quick like 5 or so minute break. Sorry to the guys who literally just came back while we did the RP religion stuff.
All
So
good.
stream, we'll be back in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Sorry for the extended break. We were just about to come back, and then somebody else had to get up. And then we're just about to come back, and somebody else had to get up. So we're all good here now. We're ready to go. We're going to fast forward to roughly morning time. So what happened in the meantime during the night is Kel was asleep. Jin was meditating. Aloran and Mac went downstairs to get more hammered. And then Gabriel... sorry... Lord Stoneskin left for his home and sent his most trusted man, Gabriel, to come and take care of it. For the stream viewers, you would know this is the same person that was here this whole time, just not pretending to be a lord now. Everybody else, I'm sure they've picked that up as well, but for the NPCs in the world, they don't know. So, yeah, that's... Now everybody's caught up. So we will kind of fast forward to the morning. You guys had a pretty uneventful sleep. After drinking yourselves into a stupor, Mac and Aloran, you guys stumble back to your guys' rooms respectively and kind of pass out. Gabriel spends the night bathing and then sleeping. Jin meditating and Kel sleeping. When you guys come to, you guys... give me Constitution saves from all 5 of you. See who wakes up first.
I wasn't drinking, so...
I understand. Still gonna need the check.
Oh, a save, sorry.
Yes, it's a save. Okay, so 13, 20, 18, 20, and a 9. Aloran and... Kel, you guys both wake up roughly the same time, and as your kind of eyes open and you're a little bit groggy, you find yourselves not in the same place that you were when you went to sleep.
I'm gonna jolt awake.
Okay, you jolt awake. You find yourselves in a very kind of strange and dark room. There's no furnishings aside from the beds that you guys are sleeping on. They are the same beds that you went to sleep in, but the room is completely changed. And you're in the same room, and looking around, you can see 3 other beds where the previous dinner mates are also asleep.
I'm gonna look over to Kel.
Are we awake yet?
See what he looks like.
We'll see what they do first.
What does Kel look like right now?
This isn't the same.
Looks the same as last night, but not wet.
What'd you do to us, Kel?
I don't know.
I'm gonna just laugh and then hop off the table or the bed, I guess.
The next one to wake up. The next one to wake up would be Gabriel. You awaken to find yourself in the same room as everybody else.
And I'm underneath the covers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Disguise Self on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a 93-year-old woman.
Okay.
And I'm buck-ass naked.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and crawl out of bed and start yelling at them.
What do you yell?
You perverts, get out of my room! How dare you come in here! I can't believe the nerve of you!
Upon hearing that, I'm gonna mimic it.
Okay. You do that in exactly the same tone, pitch, and voice.
I definitely would be awake at this point.
Yes, you would.
Just jump up to the start, like, oh, scare an old lady.
You find yourself again in the same room as everybody else, looking around.
With a naked old woman.
Yeah, with a naked old
I take
woman.
a sheet and put it around the
Two of
old woman. 2 of them.
2 of them.
Don't you touch me!
Which old woman were you going to?
I was going to the closest one, which I guess would have been Gabriel.
Probably, yeah.
I flail, but I'm not fully resisting. I'm just,
Ma'am, please.
Y'all both need to have some ale and calm down.
I just like throw the blanket on her. Back away.
I'm gonna go tackle Mac.
Hold on. So, okay, 2 things are happening at once. First off, Gabriel, is there a height difference between yourself and the old lady?
yes, I can shrink myself by a foot, so I'm 5 foot nothing.
Okay.
You're still taller than
So-
me.
The blanket, as you throw it over, it seems to land on the old lady, but kind of hovers about a foot over her and then just falls. Strange. Now I need a dex save. And,
From me, right?
Yeah, and Jin, I need a strength check. Maker, you kind of, after throwing that, you're like, huh? And then all of a sudden, slam! The monk just slams into you, and you just kind of look over as he bounces off of you.
Ow.
As a 90-year-old woman bounced off.
Yep.
90-year-old naked woman.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
very startled. Just, is there another bed within reaching distance? And just like sheet. And then
There's
slowly back up.
a total of 5 beds in the room, 1 in each corner and 1 in the center.
So I took mine with me. So am I like we're in the center of the room? I guess.
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah, I take the one right there and just put it over the other naked lady on the ground and just like back up and be like, need
Okay.
to calm down.
Both naked old ladies now have blankets over their heads.
Explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
I can't see.
Oh my god.
Explain both your ears.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely like flabbergasted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check to
Sure.
see what else is in there? Do we have our stuff?
Make a perception check. Your armor, your weapons, the stuff that was like most readily available to you, you do have with you. All the furnishings and stuff in the room when you went to sleep is all gone. The only thing that you can see is the kind of wood paneled walls. There is no doors. The ceiling is about 6.5 feet tall, and there's the stone floor. And aside from the beds, that's all that's in there.
They're wood walls.
Wood walls, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go try to break one with my hammer.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
I'm gonna bring the sheet down over my shoulders and just wrap myself like a little.
14. You hear a ting sound
Well, that's definitely not wood.
as your mace passes through the wooden wall about 6 inches and goes ting.
I rolled perception. I was looking around for the bag that had that like bag of ale that I was drinking earlier.
That would be with Jin's belongings, and it's over by Jin's bed. The 93-year-old naked lady's bed.
So I'm gonna walk to that bed
Okay,
and just start rummaging through it because I want to find that ale.
sure.
I need to calm these ladies down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the bed with a disorientated man in it. And I'm gonna crawl up in it.
Me too.
Okay, make a perception check with disadvantage because neither of you have said that you took the blanket off. So.
Are you guys leaving my combat range?
No, I said I brought it down around my shoulders.
Oh, okay, yeah, you did, right?
I didn't.
You didn't, yeah. So.
So you're just walking around like a ghost.
Perception check. Perception check with disadvantage from Jin. Perception check, just regular, for Gabriel. Okay, so Gabriel, what were you trying to do?
I was just gonna find the disoriented man's bed and crawl up into it with him.
Yeah. Okay, so
Undercover.
on the other side of the room, you do see Kel's bed with Kel in the bed under the blankets.
Honey?
I'm sitting at the foot of the bed, like
There,
kind of
okay.
up, cross-legged, at the end of the bed, on top of the covers.
Oh, okay.
I was also gonna get off the bed, sit in front of it, and start casting detect magic.
Okay. As a ritual or just expending one
As
of
a
your spell
ritual.
slots? Okay. Sounds like 10 minutes. In the meantime, not Gabriel, but Jin. What were you trying to do?
I was trying to get over to Kel too.
Okay. After maybe a couple of seconds, like orienting yourself, you discern where Kel is and the other 93-year-old naked lady, who's kind of rubbing lightly against Kel, whose eyes are closed, and he's just kind of making semantic motions with his hand and muttering something under his breath.
I'm gonna go sit by them.
Okay. So you go to the other side of Kel.
Yeah.
Cal now has two naked 93-year-old women kind of really close, brushed up against him.
Did I find the ale yet?
Blankets. In
Yes, you have. You have found the ale.
I'm gonna just start drinking it. This, I can't believe my eyes.
Okay.
Oh, believe it, baby. Throw my robe on.
Oh, God.
Upon seeing that, I walk over to the ale and just be like, I don't normally drink this stuff, and take the barrel and just like, take a
Okay.
very long swig and then hand it back to him.
I'm gonna just really gently rub up against Cal. Honey, wake up. You're dreaming, honey.
I'm gonna look at Mac. Yeah, you mind if I start punching away?
No,
Um,
no,
so
I don't.
Mac and Aloran give Constitution saving throws, please.
Okay.
Okay, you're both fine from the ale.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys got about 8 minutes before
Ain't no
the
lightweight.
result of the detect magic.
I see we both ain't lightweights, and I'm gonna like fake cheers him, and then take a drink, and then hand it to him or offer.
Right.
Well, I'm bored with Cal since he's doing some kind of spell, so I'm gonna go over to that hole that Mac made in the wall.
There is no hole.
Oh, he just
It went
bounced
through.
off.
It went through the
Like it's an
wood
illusion.
and went ting,
Like it was an illusion.
like it disappeared beyond the wall and went ting.
Mm,
Don't ruin it, Taylor.
An illusion.
I'm gonna walk back to my
Hey, where'd that
bed.
meta pigeon come from?
Tony.
Sorry, Jin, you're going back to your bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on my provocative female outfit.
Okay.
Is that what
Alright.
it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Ah.
Are you still the 93-year-old lady?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
you
gonna
start-
spit up my ale.
You start putting on like lace panties and bra, a little bit of a garter
That
belt,
gag
and
reflex is coming back.
Yeah, I was
Got
gonna
some-
say mine did too.
you got some leggings on.
yeah, I'm just gonna post up next to him naked
Okay.
and just start complimenting him. My
You mean her?
Her. Sorry. Just passive wisdom tells me, since he's copying me, and I know that there is a changeling among us, that I was like, okay, this guy's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just posting up next to him.
Okay.
My goodness, you have the loveliest undergarments.
Oh, I thank you, dear.
I'm gonna walk over to Mac.
Okay.
May I have some of that ale?
Can I roll
would like
insight on the oldest?
Old ladies?
No, just the one that just came closest to me.
Sure. Go ahead and roll inside.
Because she came close, you know what I mean?
Sure. So you're watching her with a keen eye. You can tell that there's something off about her.
Hold
you can't
up.
tell.
Okay, yeah.
You can't tell exactly what, but there's something not quite right.
Did I feel? Do I feel any deception there? I mean, I'm keen in the ways of deceiving people.
You can detect that the voice is being put on. But as far as what you see before you, you see a 93-year-old lady. But there's something off about it. You
I
can't.
mean,
quite
I don't
put your
really
finger on it.
see. What do I feel? You know what I mean?
You feel that there's something off about this 93-year-old lady.
What you be trying to hide? Now you get in her face.
Ooh, nothing from you.
And I'm gonna grab the ale.
Yeah, so
No ale for ye!
seeing him try to go like into the old lady's face, seeing
Yeah.
him like go down to the face, I want to like take Alora's kind of like head and just like put it at the actual face level, because of like when I threw the blanket on them, kind of
Sure.
knew roughly where the blanket was and kind of just like, be
Oh.
like, he's up here.
Okay. So I do that.
I'm gonna drop the old lady voice, and
Dude.
in the body of an 93-year-old woman, I'm gonna go, "Clever boy."
All right, Gabriel. Enough clowning around.
I thought it was he. Here's the ale. Then I hand it to him.
Well, I'm giving up because I don't have the undergarments to go with this.
I'm gonna grab my holy symbol and just throw it at the other one, the other old lady.
I'm gonna dispel the magic.
I'm gonna use deflect missile.
Okay. Hold on real quick. Let's have a dexterity or roll a d20 and add your dex. Well, that would be just a dexterity check from Aloran.
Okay. Alright, check.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a joke.
So you go to throw your holy
I
symbol.
can't see it.
You go to throw your holy symbol, and like where you think you release it, you don't until your hand goes to follow through, and you end up just throwing it straight at the ground right below your feet.
Perfect.
No deflect missiles
Hey!
needed.
I think I heard something there.
It's not needed. He threw it at the ground. You rolled
Yeah,
a natural
wrong
one.
Did it like bounce up and hit my ankles? So I know.
It like bounced and then like lands on your toe, like on your foot.
I'm gonna grab it and put it in my backpack and hope no one notices.
Okay. Everybody's passive perception is higher than a natural one, so everybody saw it.
I know. My
I didn't.
character is still doing this.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Alright. That's a joke too.
Yeah, no, everybody saw it. And you think you're being stealthy about putting it back. And you weren't stealthy.
Perfect.
Any last actions before the detect magic spell ritual ends?
I'm gonna go get my jug from whoever
Okay.
has it.
Yeah,
That would
drinking.
be... Yeah, it's either Mac or Aloran has it.
Yeah, I might have handed it actually to Gabriel. Because
Right,
once he
Gabriel
comes back,
had
I handed it.
Right.
If you want.
Kel, would you mind hitting the spell card for detect magic? You get a very strong aura from the wood paneled walls, the wood panel ceiling, and the cement floor. And you pick up a very strong illusion magic.
Heyo. Sub hype.
Sub hype, thanks, Zach. That's a Ret Pally from Clubhouse. Good bro, that guy. Anyway, sorry. Very strong illusion magic aura from pretty much everywhere around you, except for the beds and the other people within the room.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the wall and start slowly rubbing my hands up and down it as I'm walking around.
Now what be that slow man doing?
So as
I'm
you
gonna
walk
look
over
over.
to a wall, and you go to put your hand against the wall, it goes through, and you lose sight of your hands, and then you can feel like a steel bar about 6 inches past where the wall should be. And running
I'm gonna stick my
along,
head.
you can see a bunch of bars, or you can feel a bunch of bars.
Where I feel that, I'm gonna grab onto some of the bars and pull my head through, see if I can see anything.
Holy shit.
Jesus, Small. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. What a man.
Hey!
Woo!
Yeah, so you reach your head through and you look through, and you can actually see a very dark lit room, and you seem to be in some sort of cage.
Okay.
I had
You're-
to, sorry.
You seem to be hanging about 20 or 30 feet off of the ground.
I'm gonna tell that to everybody.
Okay.
Hanging over what?
Do you have dark vision, Kel? You're
no.
a human, so no, you don't.
Uh,
Yeah, you're hanging
Oh,
over
you
something.
can't-
It's dark below you.
You can't see, you say?
No.
I'm gonna go get my special thing.
Okay,
And put it on.
sure.
And then I'm gonna edge over to the wall and peek out and look down.
Okay. Please hold. Do.
I also got dressed, so nobody else get worried.
Okay.
Oh, good.
For now, I'm all business.
Are you still a 93-year-old woman though?
No, I shed that.
No.
I'm back to being Gabriel.
Did I grab the? Are you still drinking?
No, it's all yours now.
Okay, I'm gonna grab it and then hand it. I'm gonna top it off and then I'm gonna hand it back to Jin.
We are
Alright.
in a cellar of some kind, boys.
I got you, bud.
You are in a cellar, and you are hanging in a cage,
Ooh.
roughly 20 feet above the center, where you can see 4 large braziers, unlit, despite what the map says. Sorry. And yeah. You can see, not in color, but you can see all around you. You see that there is a pedestal over here, despite what the picture says. Again, sorry, this is just a short-term kind of thing. You can see a pedestal
rolling
over here.
perception. I'm trying to look around. What do I see?
I
I have dark vision too, by the way.
Yeah, you can very much see the same thing. Only you can, actually, you can see unlit braziers, here, and here, with a pedestal up over here.
Okay. Well, what does the pedestal contain?
It just looks to be like an empty kind of lecture kind of stand that someone would have at like in front of a speech or something like that.
Not like a sacrificial.
Nope,
area
doesn't look
or
like it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna look over to. I think Mac is next to me.
I mean, you're all kind of like within this like 20-foot room.
Okay. Mac is next to me. I'm gonna look over to him and I'm gonna cast light on him.
Okay. You do that.
I get up and I stretch. We're in jail, boys.
This.
Maybe
similar
you can
to
see a
the
little bit
thing?
better, Mac.
So did you put it on anything in particular?
Your chest.
Your chest is now radiating radiant light.
You glow.
Nice.
Anything
I
you-
I kind of just walk around to the edges and just chest beam it out. Is there anything more to this room, or is there a chain holding us up, like that sort of thing? Do you want me
You're
to-
looking up. Roll perception with just a straight roll. It would be disadvantaged, but you have light. So 22. You can see that sticking your head outside of where the wood would be, and you kind of look up, you can see that the bars kind of meet at the top, and then they seem to just go straight across, although you can't quite see because of the wooden ceiling there. You do see chains holding the 4 corners and seeming to go up above.
How high off the ground are we as well?
You look to be about
down.
20 feet off the ground.
on this.
Hanging in
ground.
this cage 20 feet off of the ground of the cellar.
Okay.
Quite a
So the
predicament we
brown
got
is the
ourselves
cage,
into.
right?
The brown in this case is the cage. When you get to the bottom, obviously the
Yeah,
bottom
yeah,
of the cage
I-
will
yeah.
take place at the bottom
I-
of the floor.
yeah. That's fine. I just want.
We are
Yep.
what seems to be 20 feet, 2 stories up, with no way out in sight.
I'm gonna
can I-
put.
Go ahead.
I'm still in the same spot that I was, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now that I notice that there are bars, I'm gonna put both my hands on them, and cast Produce Flame on both my hands to try to melt the bars.
Interesting. Okay, go ahead.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go back to my default appearance and put on my normal clothes.
Okay. Can you hit the spell card for me for Produce Flame?
At that point, I'd probably hand him back his jug.
Okay.
One second.
Make a spell attack.
Which is I don't remember.
D20 plus wisdom modifier plus proficiency? You're cleric, yeah? Or druid?
Druid.
Please hold.
Yeah, that's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you said roll d20 plus my wisdom
And
Modifier.
proficiency.
and proficiency.
Yeah, you should find it on the second page of your character sheet. It'll say on the top right. Spell save DC and spell attack bonus.
It'll give you a number.
Okay,
Yep.
so you want both of them.
Yeah, so
So,
basically,
plus-
for you, you're rolling a d20 plus 8.
Okay.
19. Okay. You produce flame in both of your hands, and after a minute or two, the metal bars seem to get very, very hot and start to warp a little bit in your hands. They become slightly malleable.
I'm gonna try to start pulling them apart. See
Okay,
if
make
that
a strength check with advantage.
How long is this taking?
This is happening within seconds.
What are you doing there?
He's breaking the jail.
Just try
with a
and get us
19.
out.
Should we worry?
You kind of pull them aside and then like move your hands up to the top and pull that aside, and you manage to make yourself probably about a 2-foot space between these bars, which were normally about 12 inches apart. You've now managed to widen them to the next set of bars, opening about 2 feet of an opening.
Ooh, 2 feet. I can
Yeah.
deal with 2 feet.
Is it big enough for any of us to get through?
Presumably, if you turn sideways and squeeze through.
What's beyond that opening though? What do I see?
20
You
foot
would,
drop.
yeah, you would see a 20-foot drop, and then on the bottom is an altar.
I have a plan.
I'm just gonna look over to the side and Misty step down right to the bottom of the altar.
I'm gonna turn back and look towards Gabriel. I'm sure you do have a plan, but my plan is gonna be much better. I'm gonna hop out of
As
the
soon
hole.
as soon as I
Yeah,
see that,
right
I'm
after
like,
him.
I'm with him, and I also jump out.
Okay. I
Gabriel?
jump out and cast Featherfall on myself and
Okay.
just gently float down to the ground.
As soon as I get out, I'm using Wild Shape to turn into a giant eagle. So that I can catch
He
people.
is.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just jumping down.
Yeah, no, I Misty step down.
I feel very tricked at this point in time, seeing all these people slowly falling as I'm about to drop 20 feet.
Okay.
I
I'm
was
gonna
gonna
catch
help.
Just like, oh.
So who's all going down? Is it just everybody
I-
but Aloran?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not
I
going.
Misty.
No, everybody but Jin.
Oh, you're Misty
I don't
stepping?
go down. I
No,
Misty
I'm-
step
I'm
down.
Okay, where
Yeah.
did you Misty step to?
Just like literally, if I'm there, I'm gonna look straight down.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm-
yeah,
Remember
afraid.
each square here is going to be 10 feet. So go ahead and Misty step yourself to wherever you're going to move, because this map is 10
Yeah,
by 10 as
you
it
can
says
get
on the top right.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So if we're 20 feet above, I'm
Yep.
gonna look. I know my range, and I'm just gonna pretty much do my range.
Okay,
You know?
so you're just going straight down 20 feet.
Pretty much, it's like
Okay.
5 feet over, like right here, I guess.
Okay, you can go ahead and move yourself. That's fine.
Okay. Cool.
So you're on the ground level. Everybody else that's jumping down, the hole that was made in the door is going to be the hole that was made is going to be roughly here, actually, because that's where Kel was. So you'd be on this
So-
side.
As soon as I stepped out, I turned into a giant eagle, and anybody that can't, do something, I will catch them and fly them
As
down
soon-
with me.
Well, hold
He
on.
turns into a giant eagle. I just go, oh, bloody hell!
Well, hold on. The couple things. First off, Lauren, sorry, I gotta move you. You're over here. Because the opening was on this side. Wait, Misty Step, you can go through bars. Never mind. You're
Yes, anything I look at.
good. You're good. Okay, so for everybody else, you slow fall down, whatever. I was should have been faster about this, but I need a dex save from Maker.
While that's happening, I'm gonna walk over to my party.
Okay, so Maker, you fall down the 20 feet. It's not very graceful.
Trying to
at
catch
all.
him. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, make a dexterity check then. Let's see if you can catch him. Okay. You managed to catch him roughly about 10 feet down. It is going to cause a little bit of damage to you as opposed to a lot to one of you. You both take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he hits you and you go slamming into the ground.
Okay.
Right as that happens, I kind of like meander over. At least you caught your foe.
If you guys would have just waited, I could have.
Your plan was a little flawed.
For
I
the
was
slow
gonna
falls,
move a
though.
barrel or something.
For the slow falls, though, you can use a reaction when you fall to reduce any damage that you would take by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level. So the falling is 1d6 per 10 feet, so it's going to be 2d6. Is 5 points of damage reduced by your monk level times 5. So, do you reduce it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 25, I believe, that you would be able to reduce. So yeah, you're fine. What about
I
Gabriel?
cast Feather Fall on myself.
Okay, so you just fall slowly to the ground.
Yep.
Cool. Then cool. That is resolved. We are good with that. We move on.
The map was nice for that, though. By the way.
Right. Yeah, I kind of was happy with that. Now that you guys are kind of on the ground, make a perception check.
We got lots of light coming from Mac's breastplate
And-
there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I have dark vision.
Okay.
Are we all rolling perception checks?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm using my brains out there.
Everybody that's on the ground, which is everybody. Okay, cool.
You have light, though. So you have
Yes.
advantage.
Okay, so after about a moment of you guys hitting the ground and being like, okay, and kind of getting your bearings and looking around, you still see that these kind of fire sconces are not lit, unlike what the picture says. And over by the pedestal, you hear a familiar voice speak, and you can't quite pinpoint where, but it echoes throughout the entire chamber, and you hear, "Well now, those are some clever people."
Trying to roll history on the voice.
Are you prehistoric? Are you testing us out before you hire us, sir?
No, I am not. Who are you?
I am the noble charge of Sir Lord Stoneskin. My name is Gabriel Hart.
And I'm gonna lean in front of him. How dare you insult the Lord Stoneskin?
Indeed. I'm gonna feign indignance.
Who are you speaking to, Lauren?
Whoever was speaking to us.
This voice that you can't identify where it's coming from?
Yeah, the disembodied voice. He's just taking
Yeah.
offense immediately.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough. You hear kind of a hearty chuckle, and then you hear,
Can I use my light chest to just kind of like
Sure.
The lighthouse over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's
Sure.
that?
just like
Iron Man style.
yeah.
"Who
kinda
is
look-
coming here?" It's like a beacon, like a Batman beacon.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Nailed it.
It's like, yeah. So you just hear this chuckling in return, that slowly turns into like a guttural kind of, almost like there's 2 or 3 voices chuckling at the same time. Aside from the laugh, no response.
That's disturbing. And I've been a naked old woman today. Yeah.
Why don't you just let us pass?
Very well. You want to pass? You may pass.
Can I insight check the laughter? Is that possible?
Sure. Go ahead and make an insight check. Yeah, you're kind of getting the impression that whatever is laughing at you is not letting you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop out of my wild shape.
Okay.
And then also cast Druidcraft and light all the sconces.
Nice. Okay. Then with a little bit of a flourish, all 4 of the braziers go lit, and each one having a roaring fire. You can see each one of the braziers seems to be held by some demonic entity carved into stone, very much like the picture. Funny how that works. Ignore all the treasure chests with all the treasure. That's not there.
And now the fire is lit, so...
But now the fires are all lit, and that's all correct.
I want to say something to the whole group while we're all here.
Sure.
Stay close. If shit gets hairy, I need you to all be really close to me and close to this brazier.
Very well.
Let's continue.
You hear a voice come from directly behind your ear, Gabriel. You can hear the kind of faint chuckling sound, and you can actually feel the moist breath of something behind you, slightly chuckling, and he goes, "Oh, I will."
Guys, he's in my head.
What do you mean?
I don't know. He's all close, but not.
For what it's worth, everybody heard that. Just him, or just Gabriel felt the cold breath.
He's talking to me, but he's all close. It's gotta be a psychic-y thing. I hate psychic-y things.
I hate mental games.
I'm gonna pause for a second. The fires are lit. We should be able to see them now. Think.
So
is there anybody standing at the altar?
yeah, that's an altar, right?
It is an altar, and no, there doesn't seem to be anybody standing there.
Can I go investigate the altar?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Oh god,
It's made of stone.
Yeah.
it is an altar, guys.
I'm curious as to why he went over there, so I'm gonna try to look at what he was looking at.
Okay.
I'm gonna protect my light spell, essentially.
Okay.
You're taking back your light spell.
No,
Yes.
protecting.
Appears to be
Oh.
some kind of pedestal
Made
with
of stone.
words on it.
Actually, there is
Again,
words
yeah.
on it.
It
Funny
is
enough that you should say that. So Aloran and Kel, you guys can see some faint etching around the pedestal, and you can you're like taking note of all the intricate little carvings and runic symbols. What languages do you two speak? / read.
Elven, Common, Celestial, Primordial.
Okay.
Common, Elven, and Draconic.
Okay, neither of you can discern the language that is written in. You don't think you've ever seen these symbols before. Seems to be some kind of, crazy-looking, obscure language. As you guys are looking over the pedestal and stuff, and you're kind of working your way from the bottom all the way to the top, and you get to the top of the pedestal where you can see suddenly a book just appears directly in front of you, like it kind of like lands with a thud, and you just are startled by it a little bit, and then the pages start flipping one by one.
I'm gonna back the fuck off.
What be that?
Whoa.
I'm
That's
gonna grab.
a trick.
I'm gonna grab Kel and kind of pull him back. Stay back from that. That'd be dark.
Is it going like pretty slowly, or is it like?
It's one page at a time. Just slowly
Hmm.
flipping.
I stop it.
Okay, so you're just reaching out and putting your hand on top of
Yeah,
it?
just put my hand on it, and I just want to read that first page.
Okay. You read the page, and it seems to
Well,
be, What?
Can I? Can I?
what languages do you speak? Good
I
question.
can speak Dwarven and Common.
Okay, you
Probably not.
attempt to read what the page says, and you can't quite see. It seems to be made out of some weird runic symbols.
As he stops it, do I see?
Sure. What languages do you speak?
Same one. Elven, Common, Celestial.
Oh, right. Then, yeah, it's the same language as the altar, so you can't quite make out what it says. Bunch of weird symbols written in a vertical hand, kind of as opposed to how we would write in a horizontal, but it's written vertically in lines.
I take my hand off.
Okay.
Must be that.
Does it start like flipping again?
It does, and also you hear a voice very, very close to you, probably within 10 feet in front of you, say, "My thanks."
So
Did I hear that?
that's a
I
bit
was paying
spooky.
Everybody hears it.
Okay.
That's a bit spooky.
Okay, I'm walking to the south of the room and looking for a door.
Okay.
I'm gonna use. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, you first.
I'm gonna use produce flame again and throw a fireball at the book to try to burn it.
Did you cast anything between your produce flame before and this one? Yes, you went third form.
Druidcraft.
Okay. So you're producing flame and doing what?
Throwing it at the book to try to turn the book into cinders, so it can't
Okay.
be red.
Make a spell attack. D20
I'm
plus
gonna
8.
move away as he does that and try to grab.
Is that a melee spell attack or is it ranged? I think it's melee, isn't it? Oh, it's ranged.
No, up to 30 feet.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to like
Wow.
grab back because I lean back.
Okay, so we'll get to what happens in a second. As Gabriel, you're looking around the room. You're seeing a lot of like wine racks, like where all those golden chests are, is actually just wine racks, just filled with wine. You can see some ale kegs stacked like 6 to 8 feet tall, just stacked barrel on top of barrel on top of keg on top of barrel, all kinds of wines and stuff in their little racks and stuff. You don't see any doors in the southern side of the room.
Okay.
Or on
These wine
either.
racks, though.
Yeah.
Hey. Cool. I've got a bedroll, and that's great for padding. So I'm gonna just start feeding bottles from the wine rack into my bedroll in my
Sure.
backpack.
How many would you like to get?
I'm looking for the oldest, dustiest, most antiquitous-looking bottles. Dollar signs. Actually,
Oh.
I'd like to roll investigation to determine what is the most lucrative option. Here.
Okay, roll investigation.
Okay.
Okay, what you can tell is that a lot of the wine bottles have an older vintage, from as far back as about 70 to 80 years. However, none of the bottles are dusty. In fact, looking around, you can see there's not a speck of dust anywhere in this room. Despite it being a cellar, there's no dust.
Either Renya is very good at other parts of her job, or we're in some kind of... I'm gonna keep this information to myself.
Okay. Now, going back to Kel, you produce flame from your hand and kind of throw this like little bit of a ball of fire towards the book, and at the last second, we'll see if it works.
And I'm trying to grab Mac away as I step
Oh,
away.
2 nat 20s. Okay, so at the last second, the book slams shut, and then the fireball hits it and seems to engulf it completely, and you hear, "No!" And then the book opens up, and it seems to be completely engulfed in fire, and you see like a imprint of a hand over and over and over as bits and pieces of ashy paper start flying out of the book, and there's just handprints going over and over and over, and he's like,
Since I'm standing right there, can I take a swing at where I think a body would be? If because it's like its hands, right? It's like swing over top of the book.
This is kind of happening at
Okay.
for the same time, but
Too quick, yeah.
yeah. So you hear that, you see the smacking, and when the final couple of pages go alight and the kind of dust settles and there's nothing but a leather-bound empty book left with no pages in it, you hear, "Very well," and then the book just drops to the ground. Now you can make your melee attack with disadvantage.
It's just a swing across.
Yep. Make your attack with disadvantage. Okay. Roll your damage. So it'll be a 15 plus 4. Okay. With that, one more thing happens before we go to initiative. You hear a thud and a very audible crack sound, and then you hear what sounds to be some sort of strange language that I need to know what Jin and Gabriel speak as far as languages.
Common, Elven, Dwarvish.
Okay, Gabriel?
I missed the question.
Language. What languages do you speak?
Oh, Common and Dwarven.
Okay, so none of you are able to quite pick up what language this is spoken in, but you can hear kind of like a yes, and directly next to the pedestal, a very thin red kind of like pea-sized dot just appears and then opens wider and wider and wider. It gets to be about 2 feet wide and about 5 feet tall, and it keeps on growing. Any reactions?
That's right
I'm
next to
baffled
me,
by
right?
it.
Sorry, how close
Yeah.
was this to me?
This is right next to me and Mac, right?
This is right here.
Ooh. And it's just like,
Is Mac in the way of any direct ability?
So I have a
Looking at
question.
it.
Not really. It's like
Oh.
here.
I was about right here. I'm sorry, because I was already looking at the pedestal.
Okay,
Forgot to move my character.
If it's still growing, then
it is.
yeah.
It's growing like up, though, not around. Like even we can't quite do this in 3D. So when it
That's
grows,
fine. As
like-
it does that, I'm gonna.
when it grows like that, it's not actually growing outwards. It's growing upwards.
I want to shocking grasp it.
Okay,
Cantrip level.
sure.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
Once I
do that.
cracked whatever it was with the hammer, did it stop being invisible, or is there just like no sign of anything being hit?
No sign. You definitely did something, but you can't discern what it is.
Got it.
I just figured out the range of my spell that I might want to use, so I'm going to start moving closer.
Oh, it's touch though.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna move closer to it and then touch it with shocking grasp.
Okay. Well, you don't actually need to make an attack. You got to reach out and like touch this like fiery circle that's opening deeper and deeper. It seems to be like a fire-rimmed circle with nothing but blackness on the inside. And then just as you go to reach out, you see the black void open up 2 slight little circular spots as you see eyes looking towards you. You still want to make your attack?
Yeah.
All right, make your attack.
So I just do 1d8.
It's
and then you have to
1d20.
do,
It's 1d20 because you got to make your spell attack. 1d20 plus 7.
27?
1d20 plus 7, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
It's okay.
I didn't type roll. Awesome. Oh, okay. That.
So it's an 8, but it's a natural 1.
7.
Yeah. but it's still a natural one. So you go to reach out, and this like lightning flickers from your hand, and it kind of zaps into the void for a second. No effect, as the circle continues to grow until it's 10 feet tall. And stepping out from this circle, you see a very large creature.
Oh, it's a big boy.
Is that black square? Is that an actual hole next to us?
No, it's an altar. It's just a really shitty altar.
Gotcha.
More like that.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure.
But yeah, as the opening gets to be about 10 feet by 10 feet, height by width, this creature steps through, and you see that it's got very muscular and deformed legs, 2 humanoid arms, and then 2 very large muscular pincer-like arms, a very armored back and chest area, just with like natural armor, no like plate armor or anything like that, and it seems to be about 10 feet tall, maybe like 5 or 6 feet wide. Very, very large creature with kind of like a wolf's head. And with that, we'll have everybody roll initiative.
That's a big boy.
It's a real big boy. Ooh, those are some nice initiative rolls, though.
So is that.
I was saying.
Yeah. I didn't calculate initiative. What? How do you do that actually?
It's just a
There's
d20
a
plus your
button for
dex.
it.
It should do it automatically.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh, okay. Yep. It is. That is right.
There's a 2.
That
Okay,
is
so
correct.
Hey, I'm not the worst.
initiative order is going to be the creature, and then Jin, and then Kel, and then Maker, and then
Macker.
Macker.
No, it's
sorry.
weird.
I'm sorry. Macker, and
That's
then it'll be the disembodied voice of Lord Jarek Merriwell, and then Gabriel, and then lastly, Alorn. Okay, so for the first round of combat, we go to
The monster.
the
Right?
monster. Correct.
Fuck.
The monster is going to cast a spell.
How long you?
Please
Because you're
give me a second.
mine, and we're killing for time while Jason reads the book.
Very.
Well, I'm stepping up in the clutch.
I mean, that was just whatever.
That is premium content right there.
Okay,
Premium.
so
Describe it, Lily.
the creature, dude, we all got like 7 today. Calm the fuck down. I mean, keep subscribing, boys. Fuck yeah, we going for a record. The creature kind of reaches out with one hand towards Mac. Reaches
Macker.
out with
Pretend there's
one.
a C there.
Right. Reaches out with his right human-ish arm towards Macker and is going to cast a spell. Do you have 150 hit points or fewer?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
You are considered stunned and
Oh,
can make
no.
Constitution saving throws at the end of each of your turns. On a successful throw, the stun effect fades.
I know this one.
That is the end of the Glebrezu's turn.
That's good, probably.
That's good, probably. I like that. I really like that. Okay. So with that, the Glebrezu's turn is over, and we go to Jin.
Gonna move on up into melee range.
Okay.
And attack 3 times due to multi-attack.
Okay. 2 melees and then a bonus for your melee again.
Yep.
Juicy. The first one hits. The third one obviously hits because it's a crit.
And then I will blow a key point for flurry of blow.
Okay.
So 2 more.
Wait, if you just attack 3 times, then that's it. That is your bonus action, because Flurry of Blows uses your bonus action to do 2 more attacks. Because you've got 2 strikes from your attacks, and then your third one would be your bonus action. Unless you're doing Flurry of Blows, then you get 2.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Okay, so if you want to use Flurry of Blows, then go ahead and add 1 more attack. Okay, 24 will hit, so that's what, 10?
Yep.
Nice. So that's a total of 10, 26 points of damage. Real quick, got a math, because I am bad at math. Okay. Minus, what did I say, 26? Cool. Awesome. That is the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, then with that, we go to Kel.
Gonna back over this way, probably about 25 feet or so.
Okay, remember each square is 10 feet on this one.
Okay.
And then do your thing.
Not enough real estate. I'm gonna cast Entangle on him.
Okay. In that case, I need strength saves from Mac, Aloran, and Jin as well.
Strength?
Yep.
Yeah.
And has advantage on saving throws against spells or other magical effects. So it's a 23 against your DC.
16.
Okay, so he succeeds. Mac does not succeed and is stunned anyway, so you didn't actually need to roll. Aloran and Jin, sorry, need strength saves. Okay, Jin is considered restrained. Aloran is not.
That was a check. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. What's your save?
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay. Then we'll just go with that for now.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
I was hoping no one saw that.
Any bonus
Keep
action,
them
Kel?
happy, but yeah.
Nope, that's it.
Cool. Mac.
Constitution saving throw.
Correct. You are no
Ooh.
longer stunned.
Oh yeah, but that's my turn though, eh?
Correct.
Your guns.
Lord Jarak appears, dispelling his Greater Illusion spell, behind the altar. And he is going to cast a spell. Is there any reactions?
No.
Where did he appear from?
He was invisible the whole time. He was using
The ground.
greater invisibility the whole time. He got hit by the hammer.
Did I see him
Good
get
instincts.
hit by the hammer?
Thank you.
Sorry?
Did I see him actually get hit by the hammer?
No, he was
I
invisible.
was right
You
there.
That
you
happened.
saw Max swing his hammer and
Oh.
hit something, and you heard a crack.
Oh, okay.
And then he opened the portal, and then now he's dropping his greater invisibility spell in order to cast another spell. Does anybody have a reaction?
Nope.
Okay. With that, a portal opens up right in front of him, and he goes to step in. He will be leaving the attack range of Mac and Aloran if you want attacks of opportunity.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing with 2 hands on this one.
All right. So his AC is actually quite low. So, Aloran, you miss, but Mac, go ahead and roll your damage. Wow.
So even though it's an attack of opportunity, am I able to use a superiority dice? Sorry, a maneuver?
Am I able to do that on attack of opportunities? I don't actually know.
Uh,
'Cause, like,
we'll
it's
say
whenever I'm
no
in
for now,
class.
but I'll look it up for next week.
Okay.
Okay, so you just hit him with another mace crack in the exact same spot, and you see that was holding his arm and making a motion with his left arm, and now you've just severely fucked up his left arm even more as he steps through this strange-looking portal into another realm that you don't recognize before the portal just winks out. And he is gone. That is his turn. We go to Gabriel.
What an awful, awful host he's been. Let me see. Eeny, meeny, miny. I'm gonna cast blindness on the giant monster.
Okay.
It needs a Constitution save.
Okay, let me just bring up his sheet. Okay, Constitution saving throw. This is a spell,
Yes.
so he has advantage. 18.
Fuck. That's a no.
Okay.
He has
saves.
advantage. That's damn.
Yeah, he has magic resistance. So he has
Damn.
advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
That's my turn. I'm gonna
Okay.
stay back here where I feel safe.
Sure. We go to Aloran.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if I can use multiple meta magics on one turn, but I don't think I can.
Yes, you can because you'd be spending sorcery points.
Okay, it was like a debate that I saw. It must have been different edition.
Oh, well, I'll check it out. I'll check it out later, but for now we'll say sure. Because I'm
Well-
pretty sure anything that has a cost, you can do it. And because you're spending sorcery points, that is the cost. I'll
Okay,
double check it for next
so-
time, but I don't want to hold up the game.
I want to do heightened spell and careful spell since they're all next to me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast Chatter. Alright.
Okay, hit the spell card for me. Okay. Every creature within a 10-foot radius sphere. So you're casting that on the Glabrezu?
Right, with heightened. And then the careful for my party mates next.
Okay. Okay, so you're protecting your allies
Alright.
and you're making
Yeah.
him have disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So since he has advantage and you're imposing disadvantage, he's just gonna have a straight roll.
Okay.
Constitution save against your DC.
15. Tied.
Okay, so he meets it, he beats it. So 3d8 damage, and he takes half.
So I just roll 3d8.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes some damage. Cool. Is that it?
And then and then with my bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step away.
Cool.
How far are we doing the squares for this?
Each
Or-
square is 10 feet.
And, yeah.
It's a 10 by 10 for each square.
It's not. Yeah, it's not moving it for thing.
By the way, when I say square, I don't mean like each one of these is 10 feet. I mean each
I
one
know.
of these. See what I mean?
Okay. Alright, so 1, 2. I just kind of want to be like over here, essentially.
Okay,
Right there is perfect for me.
sure.
So
That'll work.
I'm gonna Misty Step there, and I will be good.
I think Misty Step doesn't proc attacks of opportunity, correct?
No, because of
Got you. Yep.
It just says it.
Oh, are you using Misty Step or Tempestuous Magic?
oh. Well, it's yeah, you're right. So I guess I would have to use
You can
Yeah.
use Tempestuous Magic to move 10 feet away, and then use your movement to move the rest of the space. We'll
then
say
I'll
you
do
did that.
then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
that'll be the end of your
Growing
turn.
pains.
No worries, all good, all good. That's going to be the end of your turn. We go back to the Glebrezu, who is going to be casting a spell. He is going to cast a sphere of 10 feet from right there. So he's going to hit Kel and Mac. He is casting Confusion. You can get the Wisdom saving throw from both of you guys. Okay, you both fail. You guys cannot take reactions, and both of you at the start of your turn must roll a d10.
Sweet.
The d10 will determine your action, and at the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom save. If you succeed, the spell ends. So, that's the end of the Glebrezu's turn. Jin, it's your turn.
Right. Attack, extra attack,
Okay.
flurry.
Alright. So, let's see what hits. The first one hits, the second one hits, the third one does not, and the fourth one is obviously a critical. So 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 points of damage.
And then I'm going to use Drunken Technique to disengage.
Okay. Very nice. And so you move 10 feet. 1 square. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, we go to Kel.
So I need to roll a d10.
Yes, sir. An 8. You make a melee attack against a random creature within range. If there is none, it does nothing. There is one person within range of you, and it's Altoran, so please make a melee attack.
So it's d20 plus strength modifier.
Yeah.
Lauren?
Aloran, sorry, not Altoran. Aloran.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
so
the torrents.
you're gonna hit him. What weapon are you using?
I don't have a weapon equipped.
You don't have a melee weapon? Okay.
I mean, I do, but I never said that I had one equipped
Right,
or anything.
fair enough. So you're gonna do, what did I say it was before?
Unarmed attack.
1 plus
Unarmed?
my strength.
Right,
Or
okay.
unarmed.
So it's actually gonna be 2 plus your strength modifier as the damage that you deal to him. So what's
Okay,
your
so I
strength
do
modifier?
2.
You do 2 points of damage to Aloran.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I have 0 strength in my modifier.
And you just punched me for no reason?
critically hit you for 2 points of damage, bludgeoning style.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
I don't know what's going on. I thought I threw fire, but apparently my fist went. Oh shit!
That was glorious. Okay, that is the end of your
Dedication
turn,
to the
so you
role.
can make a wisdom save if you like.
I knew where my fucking mouse was.
Okay, you
I'm
are
taking
no
that
longer
RP pretty serious.
you are no longer confused. But that
Okay.
is the rest of your turn. Mac, you're up. You are confused.
Oh.
Roll a d10.
Yeah, E10.
You can act and move normally.
Yes. Okay. I am going to get right up in this guy's business,
Okay,
and I'm gonna try to crack him in the knee with the door with this bad boy.
that'll miss.
Oh, actually. I'm going to attack again. My extra attack.
Sure, that'll hit.
Okay. And I'm also going to use a maneuver on this one. So let's do damage.
Okay. Sorry, what were you saying you were doing with that?
I'm using a maneuver as well. And I'm going to use this. So I add 1 superiority die in damage. I'm not
If it is large or smaller. Oh, it is large. It must make
And
a
I
strength
also had-
saving throw or be knocked
I
prone.
also had 1d6 in damage, right? Growing pains. Oh no, never mind.
You add the
Oh, yeah,
superior
yeah, yeah,
die to
yeah.
the attack's damage roll.
Yeah, there. Oh. Spicy.
Okay, so you deal 14 plus 6 is 20. Okay.
Yeah.
And he must make a strength saving throw. What's your DC?
It is this. I made this just because I figured I'd be
8 plus your
like, "Oh,
proficiency bonus plus your strength or dexterity modifier. Which one are
yeah,
you
so
choosing?
it's dexterity. It's strength. Sorry, so 4. So it will be. I should actually add it in there. Fuck. That is 14. Yeah.
8 plus your proficiency is what? 3?
Proficiency. Oh, 15. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he's got to beat a
I just
15, and that is not a magical effect. So, okay, he's considered prone.
prone.
Cool.
And then I am going to wait. Hold up. Is this? Yeah, it's a bonus action. Never mind. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Sorry. For my bonus action, I'm gonna go. I've got him down. Help. That's
Okay.
it.
We go to Jarek, who's in another dimension, so you guys don't know what's going on. Gabriel, your turn.
If he's got him down, I'm gonna switch tactics, walk up to this guy's face, and try to stab him in the face with my sword.
Sure. Make an attack with
Eat
advantage.
shit, demon.
23 will hit.
Ah!
Very nice.
It's my whole turn.
Okay. Cool. Alorn.
With that, I'm gonna.
Oh,
on a sec.
hold on. One sec.
Perfect.
Mac, make
Mhm.
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh right. Right.
You meet it, you beat it. You succeed.
The thrill of battle. No longer confused.
Right. So yeah, sorry, Alorn, go ahead.
So with like even cantrips, you can't specify that you don't want to damage allies.
Unless you have spell
Depending on the
weakness.
cantrip.
Like thunderclap.
Hit the spell card for me.
Isn't there also a sorcerer thing where you can like?
Yeah, there is.
Wizard?
But I have to
Or is that
spec-
wizard?
Sorcerer.
Yeah, so it'd be
Hmm.
everything aside from you,
Okay, I was curious.
including your allies.
Okay. Then yeah, with that, I'm just gonna walk up to him, and then whack him in the face with my warhammer.
Okay.
That's the spirit.
You miss.
Advantage.
With advantage, because he's laying on the ground.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You do hit. Sorry, I
Yeah,
forgot that he was prone.
Nice.
Oh,
Good call.
Solid
Good
damage,
call.
dude.
Yeah, hey, damage is damage.
Yeah, man. Between you and me, we got him.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna go with it. Probably. I honestly don't know. But yes.
If you don't know, it's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. With that, we go to the Glabrezu's turn. And the Glabrezu is going to use all of his melee attacks, which he gets 4. 2 pincer attacks and 2 fist attacks. So the pincer attacks, first off, he's going to stand
Where
up,
does he stand?
because he
Yeah.
can't do it when he's prone. So he uses
Yeah.
half of his movement to stand up. Then he's not going to move, he's just going to start pinching away. So he's going to make a pincer attack against Gabriel. It's 1d20 plus 9.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
He's going to deal 17 points of bludgeoning damage. Are you medium or smaller?
I am medium.
Okay, you are grappled.
Fuck.
He is going to use his other pincer to attack Aloran for a 28.
Yes.
I think think you're totally gonna get hit there for a total of 20 points of bludgeoning damage. Are you medium or smaller?
Medium.
Okay, you are also grappled. That is both of his pincers.
Fantastic.
Now he's going to use his fists and punch Mac in the face twice. A 19 and a 15.
Nope.
Neither hit?
Nice.
Neither.
What's your AC?
We got
20,
one
dude.
tank.
What's that?
20.
Damn. Okay, well, that's the end of his turn.
You hit me with the 28. I can't combat that.
We go to Jin.
Savage.
Alright.
Fuck this guy up,
I
Jin.
will move back and move over to the side of him there.
Sure.
And then attack, extra attack, flurry of blows.
Okay, the first one and the third one obviously hit. The others do not.
You and those crits tonight, man.
So that's 11 plus
Yeah.
9 is 20. Okay.
And I'll just stay there.
Oh.
Okay. With that, we go to Kel.
How big is this room?
Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 feet
Big.
across at its widest. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 feet at its longest. So 90 by 90 at its longest and widest. And it's about 25 to 30 feet tall.
Okay.
No, it'd be
Has to
40
be taller than that.
It'd be 40
Cage is
feet
20
tall
feet
because
off
the
ground.
cage, yeah, it's 40 feet tall. Forgot you guys jumped out before the cage would have been lowered. Dun dun dun. That's what was gonna happen. You guys jumped the gun. It's fine.
Thanks,
Anyway,
Meta Pigeon.
go ahead.
I'll just use produce flame.
Okay.
So I need. Oh.
Okay, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. It's 2d8.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then I'll move about right here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
We go to Mac.
Well, I'm gonna just take a swing.
He
Again,
needs a D10 because he's not out of the thing yet.
Oh no, he is.
No,
he
I
is?
am. Yeah, I
Oh.
rolled a 16.
Yeah. At the end of last
Sorry.
turn, he beat the DC.
Slightly drunk.
Good.
You just role playing
I'm
really
also-
hard.
Yeah. And I'm also going to once again use a superiority die and use tripping strike once more.
Okay.
So it's another d6 as well. Damage.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to use my extra attack as my bonus action.
One sec. We'll resolve the other thing first. So his strength save is.
Oh yeah, 15.
He fails. He's prone.
Yeah, so he's prone again.
Yep. Okay, so your second attack has advantage then. So it's a crit.
Yep. Ooh, nice.
Roll damage.
36.
Ouch.
36 points of damage.
Wow. Yep, that'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Wow.
Go on.
You. And yeah, it's my turn.
Okay. Then we go to Gabriel.
Woo! See, I can't really mess this guy up.
And you're in a pincer and considered
And I'm at a
grappled.
pincer.
Yeah. Fucking pincers, eh?
Fucking pincers. I'm gonna start throwing mad shade at this guy. Vicious mockery. And he's gotta do a wisdom save, but because it's magic, he gets advantage.
Yeah. So he gets 21 will do.
And he totally beats it. So I'm just cussing at him while he's got me held. That'll be my turn.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. We go to Aloran. You are also in a pincer.
I can cast a spell while held, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll just take your action. You won't be able to break out.
That's fine. That's perfect. I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at level 1. And then I'm gonna make it lightning damage.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use it with my channel divinity.
Nice.
So I'm just like
Okay.
basically hitting him in the face with it.
Checking 1 second on something. Do. Okay. So you can make your ranged spell attack with advantage because you are within 5 feet of a prone target that you're trying to hit.
So that's full damage.
Yeah, but you need to actually hit the attack first.
Yeah. So how do I do that?
D20 plus your spell attack bonus. Hold on, it's not a 4.
Charisma?
No, it's on your spells page. It's a +7.
Oh.
So
well,
D20 plus
either
7.
way.
Either way, you're still gonna hit. So you do hit. Go ahead and your damage is. You said you're casting at level 1, so it's a 1d12. So you're doing 12, and that's it, right? Just 12 points of lightning.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
And then I'm gonna. Now I'm going to misstep. Oh.
I don't know if you can Misty Step out of being grappled.
It's anywhere I can see.
Let me see. Da. Yep, you can. Cool. So you Misty stepped away. That's the end of your turn.
Yep.
We go to the Glabrezu, who still has Gabriel in one pincer. He is going to reach across with his other pincer and attack Jin and attempt to pincer him. After standing up by using half his movement to stand up. So here's your attack. I take it that hits.
Yeah.
He deals 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and if you are medium or smaller, you are grappled.
Yeah, medium.
Okay, so you are considered grappled, and that was bludgeoning damage, and then he's got 2 melee strikes because the other pincer is currently full. And he's going to be fist attacks against one against Mac. I assume that hits.
That does.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. The second is he's going to punch the person in his left pincer, which is Gabriel. 20 against your AC.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Good job, monster.
And he rolled the lowest he could have rolled on his damage. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am lucky.
That is the
Nice.
end of his turn. We go to Jin.
Since I'm grappled,
Your movement is 0 until you escape.
but I
the
can
grapple.
still attack. Alright.
Yep. Let me
Alright.
check. Gotta check the
Strike.
conditions.
Extra attack. Fury of blows.
Prone, right?
No, he stood up on his last turn.
No, I knocked him down again on my turn.
Oh, did you? Sweet.
Yeah, and then he stood back up.
No, Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay, yeah, so sorry. The 12 misses, the 21 hits, the 21 hits, and the 19 hits. So 3 of those hit. 10, 8, and 6. Okay, well, describe to the group how, from in a pincer, you kill the Glabrezu.
Punched it in his fucking face.
He beat it to death with his hands.
Real
Yeah.
fucking hard. Just no.
He went crab claw on that lobster dinner of a monster.
Alright, well, so, yeah, while in your pincer, you're just like, raining haymakers down on him, and the second hit completely, like, KOs the Glabrezu. He falls back and hits the ground, and then you just follow through like a Superman punch to the face as it just goes straight through his skull. And killed the Glabrezu.
Huh. I'm gonna pretend to be all tangled up in him, but I'm fondling the Glabrezu, looking for like pockets and shit.
We will get to that next week because we went a little bit over time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We will pick up next week with the looting of the Glabrezu and the immediate outcome of that.
It's only 4 minutes overtime. Realistically.
I mean,
That's not bad.
considering we started
Yeah.
like 40 minutes late, and you're right.
Yeah.
Technically,
It's
we're
like-
still at 3
it's
hours.
like we're doing good.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
it's
glad we
late.
went this
I'm sure
long.
you. Yeah, I was thinking at 9. I'm like, we're right before the battle. Do I pause it here?
I'm glad you
No.
followed through. That was
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's good to be. We get to fight as a group,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
I
realize how
need to try it
underpowered I
out.
am.
Yeah, exactly. I realized I hit the wrong spell card, and it was just like, I better go with it.
No, this is good. Growing pains a little bit. We're all learning our characters. It's fun. So do our sign
Hell
off,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. With that, thanks for tuning in on the Twitch stream. Thanks for the subs. If you haven't subbed, do it. It's free with Twitch Prime. It's free real estate. Free real estate.
We almost got through one without that.
No, we had a couple. They
yeah.
There was like 4 or 5 free real estates in there. Anyway, thanks again to everybody watching the stream. If you're checking this out on YouTube,
Bye,
check
Taylor.
that's. If you're checking this out on YouTube, check the stream link. It'll be in the description. We will see you guys next weekend, or next week,
Yeah.
unless
And,
one of us.
You know.
Yeah, right. Unless one of us,
are weird.
unless one of us like dies. But even then,
Just
that's
wave.
why we have 5 players. So
Just wave.
it's cool.
Just
So,
Just wave.
goodbye, everybody. See you next week.